a burp coming.
Do it. That's how we should start the stream. Everyone be quiet, and then Rachel can just burp us in.
Yeah. But like I say, with that kind of thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
look
that kind
at
of thing, though.
that.
The colour of red you've chosen there, Mary, is not exactly as dark as mine. I prefer a kind of lighter red. It's almost like a fuchsia kind of pink kind of thing on for my lipstick. But apart from that, you're looking really good.
Cheers to Lady Demetristra.
Lady Demetristra.
Dimitrescu.
That'll be one of the main
tissue.
I'm just
That
doing
is
that.
more
I'm
of a
just doing the Rachel
Scandinavian.
voice now. This is Scandinavian. No, that's not Scandinavian. But the Scandinavian. No, that is pretty sure that's Meeker from the
I don't know what that.
Pretty sure that's Lee. Pretty sure that's Lee. Half a pint in is what that is.
Half a pint of vodka, motherfucker. Right,
it's
anyway,
going to be one of
Very
those
sharp. We're
streams.
here.
We're here. We're live.
Hello and welcome to Mutant Year Zero, the stream, and set in the ruins of Lanarkshire. We've now, we're 6 episodes deep, if you can believe this. We've achieved so much. We've moved from place to place. You've continuously dove headfirst into the jaws of death, but somehow you've managed to not die.
We've been told to hydrate. Hydrate.
Hydrate.
Yep.
Hydrate.
Oh God, yes, okay.
Who's telling us to hydrate?
Shiderace.
I mean, it's certainly good. It's certainly a good idea.
Okay.
So yeah, over the last few weeks, we've been learning the rules. We've been learning what the runes look like. Our intrepid adventurers have went out and done things. Some of which have been exciting. Some of which have been boring. Although nobody in my streams fell asleep. Just saying. However, one of our players did outright say, "My character sucks and I'm changing him." So, you know.
The same person that fell asleep during my think about it.
No problem here. But anyway, I am LeeMac001 of Twitch fame. But just call me Lee, it's fine. And let's see who we've got with us tonight. Okay, let me just make sure I get this right. Looking at the sanity check screen now. On my left.
The other one.
Screen is, see, if I point left, this is my left. But is she on right on the screen? I get confused when it's all backwards.
Well, there you go. You're right. You're right.
She's towards the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it worked out. Wall, not wall. Anyway, it's Rachel! Rachel, who are you and what are you doing here?
Hi guys, I play Flair, Stalker, and I am currently trying to kill some wasps. Although I'm not too sure if it's going to work out. And if it doesn't work out, I'm blaming Scott.
Is that very kind of popular meme that was going around a few years ago? It was like, at this moment, they knew they fucked up. However, we'll find out what happens. Now, directly beneath me is a newcomer to the stream, I assume, because I don't recognise him. He's just turned up.
Oh, who's this?
Logan! Hey, Logan. Who are you? Seriously, who are you and what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
No, it's this.
What's the name of your character, Logan?
My character is called Dodger, and he is a dog handler who has a companion just called Dog, because it doesn't really matter during the apocalypse.
That's correct. I did put it to characters, its name down as Dodger's dog, because there's other people that have dogs, and it tends to be that. However, you can name him anything you want.
True.
Chat can name him if they want. If they give us what's the Twitch equivalent of giving us money? Is it bits? Is that a thing?
There's bits, there's cheers, there's subscriptions.
Channel points there.
Anyone that does a thing like that can name his dog anything they want within reason.
And what?
Within reason. But yeah. What were we doing last week, Logan? Do you remember?
I would like to call him
Sort of
Ghost because, Logan's
what were
never
you
here.
On the stream last week, what happened? What was your character doing?
I know there was something to do with bees.
Wasps, but yes. Your character had a
Bees.
migraine and he stayed on the trailer. However, he's going to turn up and help now. But well done. Seriously, though, man, thanks for turning up. We really appreciate it. He's gone.
You didn't
No, thanks.
Let's go.
It's worth it now.
Poppers.
If the dog plays, then all's forgiven.
Go. There's Obi.
Now,
Okay, he doesn't like to play. Never mind.
now, beside Logan, we have Lady Demetristra. for sure. The
Oh,
big
wow.
vampire lady.
Big vampire lady.
The person who definitely isn't a big vampire lady.
Yeah,
It's very.
definitely isn't. I promise you, I don't drink blood.
Not today.
Yeah, I
Anyway.
promise.
Anyway, Mary, your real name is Mary. You're playing Grey. Tell us a bit about yourself and your character, please.
I am an artist and I draw things and mess about with video games sometimes. And I'm gonna be at the con, the Acme in Glasgow con thing.
This weekend, yes. Are you allowed to
Yeah.
talk about that at all?
Yeah, I'm gonna be at the God, what do we call ourselves again? The Starfleet Quadrant 2? Starfleet Command Quadrant 2 table.
Well, that's a fantastic name.
Nerd.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yes.
I'm glad you went for something quick and snappy and memorable.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
That's fantastic, yeah. And is there a particular Starfleet uniform you'll be wearing?
Probably the like the older Deep Space Nine / Voyager one.
Jesus, okay, that is a deep cut for anyone. That's basically the one that looks like pajamas to anyone that doesn't
Yeah,
Yeah,
watch
it's
Star
brilliant,
Trek.
isn't it? You can just wear your
Beast
pajamas all
brilliant.
day. It's great.
It's a onesie, yeah.
Lady
Uh,
Dimitrescu and still tight hugging Star Wars. Geez, Star Wars,
What?
Star Trek stuff.
Many
Jesus.
straddles many different fandoms. See if
I
Sally
beat
was
them
here,
into
she'd have laughed
submission.
at that.
Oh, fans on here, they'll not be able to handle that, Mary.
Now, at the bottom of the screen, we have got a resident sleepyhead. It is Scott, who's playing Bogart. And he's drinking tonight, so he's definitely going to be in top form.
Yeah.
Scott, tell us about yourself and your character.
Well, I like to sleep during streamers, and that is like our only video that's done successful.
1,000 views, folk.
Well,
and yeah, it's like I play games. It's I'm gonna be running my own one shortly. And yeah, Bogart is a capitalist, a bit of an a-hole, but has sometimes can do nice things occasionally. And may have, started a war.
Possibly. I mean, he's because of what you've done. What you've done was beyond excellent. I mean, your role was fantastic. The way you played the whole scene was fantastic, and it was so good. I had to go and have a think about what the repercussions of it were going to be. It's like I need to have something has to happen because if nothing happened, it'd be like, oh, that's he put all that effort in and didn't get anything. So the horrors that unfold are your fault. However,
Yay!
it was your wittiness that made me think I need to up the things I'm doing here. And finally, the other guy, Richard. Hi.
that
Hi.
guy there.
Yeah, I'm the
Moving on.
burn victim of. I am the burn victim from Lee's recent scathing remarks about his people sleeping up during my stream. Yeah, I am the. Although, funnily enough, in this game, I am the glue that fucking holds this group together. I am the grunt. I am the everyman. God
If it
damn
wasn't
you.
for him, other people might get a chance to speak. Right, I'm just saying.
Oh, did you watch last? Did you happen to watch back the last episode, Lee? Because then
I
you'll
talk
know
too
that I was
much.
I
totally
actually love it
wrong.
when you guys all talk all the time. I fucking love it. It makes me so happy. I actually forget we're streaming. I just sit here and listen to you. And I'm like, shit, I'm supposed to do stuff. Things happen.
Oh,
Yeah,
Fuck
you play
off.
Ulf the Grunt, the
I
aptly named
certainly
Grunt.
do. Yeah, I am Ulf
the-
Simonson. The
He is
My
he's
bestest
an
buddy.
island. He's an island of a man. He
an
doesn't
island.
need any relationships at all, apart from his bestie in the world. But yeah, so that's pretty exciting. Okay, who remembers what happened last week? Lots happened last week, I think. I can't really remember.
stuff did happen. It did. It definitely did. We were there. Remember? All the stuff.
I remember. Here's what I don't know. I'm not telling you. It's not. You just tell me what happened. I definitely remember exactly what happened. I'm the DM. I make
Well, I
copious notes.
watched.
You see me doing it all the
I
time.
watched some of it back yesterday, so I know what happened. We
Yes, I've
had
seen
an
it.
altercation with the Hell Riders.
Drivers.
Hell Riders.
At least point out it's Hell Drivers, and I said it wrong the first time, and it's just stuck. But it's
Damn.
actually the
Alright.
Hell Drivers. In the book, it's the Hell Drivers, so I don't really
Well,
care
it's
if we get
Hell
it wrong.
Riders now.
Hell
Riders,
Riders.
that's
I think the Hell Riders
Wait a
are an
minute, you're
actual
trying to
thing,
tell us-
though. So it might have been changing it for that reason.
Are you trying to tell us that you just took this straight out of the book and didn't come up with this at all?
Right. First of all, if it'd been straight in the book, it'd be better written. Right,
Richard
just throw
was
that one
here
out there.
an hour ago writing stuff for D&D. I'll have you know,
I'll
Lee.
have you know, I spent an hour writing about a location that you might never go to earlier on. Then I was like, why am I doing this? But then I was like, yeah, I need to finish what I'm doing. And I was like, there's no
I ju-
chance you'll visit it.
I just make you do it anyway.
Well, I do occasionally shove you in certain directions. See if I put like a lot of effort, I'm like, no matter which way you go, you're arriving at this location. I don't care what happens. No. DMs don't do that. Of course not. It's whole vibrant live worlds that we've set out months in advance. I spent years planning this campaign.
Well, we don't know where we're going, so
Exactly,
it's still a
so, you know,
surprise.
I have many places. Anyway, so you had a location with the Hell Riders, what they're called now, which
Yeah.
one of them killed the other one because you were chatting too much.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Far too much, apparently.
Yeah, it's one less more. It's one less in it.
it is one less. If only we knew how many of them there were.
And then we
Um,
were saved by Bogart with Scott's wisdom.
The Bogart was sleeping through most of this altercation.
Yeah, but with your wisdom, right at the end, you saved us from probably my destruction.
He certainly set into
cool.
events. He put into motion a series of events which are going to have
Yes.
severe repercussions for the whole zone.
Mm,
Particularly allies that you may have mentioned.
may or may not.
It's
I loved it.
fine.
Do we have
It's
allies?
fine.
No.
You have
Well,
what I'd maybe describe as a tenuous meeting of a group of relatively innocent and friendly ghouls, but he didn't say where they were.
mhm.
But you also did find evidence of the Hell Riders nearby to that location. But you also found other ghouls, so maybe you were talking about them. Maybe you found that
I
fort
didn't
you're
even
playing
mention
for.
ghouls, I
That's
just
pretty
mentioned allies.
Yeah. And then you said, oh, we might have some more.
Mhm.
And then I think it was Scott's character went, wait, we have more allies? And no.
Basically,
It was
it was
funny.
a big bluff. The guy was threatening the Ark and was saying that they were going to attack us soon. I argued that it would be best for them to bide their time because if we're as weak as they think we are, we'll die off, and that means they won't lose anyone going in and raiding our place. However, maybe we're not as weak as you think we are because you don't know about our allies.
Yeah.
Basically
But,
played it as if we're stronger than we actually are in the hope of biding some time.
And then when he rolled his 5 successes, I'm like, well, yeah, I'm just, no matter how much this guy's insight was, which wasn't very high, he's certainly like, holy shit, these guys have been building an army when we've not been looking. But anyway, so he's done that, and then he's continued on your journey. I think he's explored a couple of locations, he's found some interesting treasure, and then you finally arrived at the area that we've been heading towards for, well, about an episode and a half now, which is not that one, that's a secret location you don't know about. It was the, crap, which one was it? It was the Wolseley High Security Fencing Company, where you very cleverly didn't just go charging in, which disappointed me kind of, because that's your usual move. But apparently I gave you enough warnings that you were like, wait a minute. You heard a loud buzzing noise, which I believe your stalker correctly identified as zone wasps.
Yes.
You found that they were getting in and out through a ventilation shaft in the roof, and your plan currently is to make some noise and flare. That says Nyla. That's not right.
You did
Flare.
that exact same thing last week.
I did. Well, I put a name in there, so I remember the name, and then the name's changed. Hold on, let me put Flare in there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you just made some noise, and some wasps came flying out, and that is where we left it. So the camera pans in through the clouds, through the smog, over the ruins of the wasteland, and brings us to Wolseley High Security Fencing, itself surrounded by a large, imposing fence and an open gateway. You have left your trailer outside and you pushed the tractor inside so you didn't attract the wasps. Another very clever move by the gearhead. Two of you are standing on the roof. I will ask Ulf, Grey, and Dodger, where are you and what are you doing?
Well, I remember correctly, I was up on the roof as well, helping out because a lot of people were chickening out of it.
That is absolutely true, yes. Okay, Grey, Where are you and what are you doing?
I seem to remember being by the tractor for some reason, but I can't remember why.
Okay,
Oh
That's
yeah,
where
you
we were.
moved the tractor so that we could either block someone out or in, or make sure that the tractor wasn't getting nicked by taking the battery out of it.
Mhm.
See, I
And
listen when I'm not
Logan.
talking.
I'm at the truck
Jesus, on
tractor
those rare
taking cover.
occasions, yeah.
I'm at
You're in
the
the tractor,
truck.
mate?
I heard them saying
Mhm.
truck there, and I'm
Taking
like,
cover.
someone's not been watching the streams.
Yeah, who's not watching the streams, Logan?
I never have.
What? Oh, what the?
Shocking.
Jesus,
Why
mate.
have we got a Mia? Why have we got a Mia? Come on.
Come on. Pretend you were watching it, man. We like it. So
I
I'm
suppose
just
we could replace him. We
I
could replace him
watch
with
the streams.
Fleon.
Of course you do, mate. I know you're a very busy guy, Logan. None of us have full-time jobs or
No.
families or children. So
No,
you know
exactly.
that's how
You
we've
know,
got nothing but free time, all of us.
yeah,
I'm
can't keep
sure your
working out
life
all
is
the
taken up
time to
with,
keep the
was it
wrestling.
2 days a week you go to college or something?
Yeah.
You guys, come on.
Me?
Oh, you didn't do that, do you? All right, okay. Whatever the
No,
hell
I
that's.
found work.
Oh yeah, find them work. That's right. Yeah,
It's hard.
this is your
Hard work.
work. Nah, mate, I'm only ribbing you. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Right, so you're in the trailer.
Hit me and I'll be here.
Do you want to be in the trailer or do you want to be someone else? I'll give you the
The
locations
trailer.
available to you. You can be on the roof with Ulf and the other soon-to-be dead mutants. You can be in the what's the porta cabin, which has got flimsy walls and shitty windows, but has got a closable door. You can be with Gray at the tractor, or you can have just be kind of hiding out in the trailer, which is currently outside the fence of the compound.
I'll be with Gray.
Okay, so Gray and Dodger are by the tractor, and they're just kind of observing what's happened. They are about 20 feet above you, so you can see Ulf and you can see Bogart, who are standing, I'm assuming, towards kind of back. And then you think that Flair has went to this. I'm sure you've been going back and forward and saying what's happening. He
Yeah,
says,
yeah, I think that would. Yeah, I
yeah, we
definitely.
can do it.
Yeah. I hear them. They're saying it right now.
We're
We
trying to be
made a
quiet
bad
because the wasps are
decision.
attracted by noise.
We're trying to be quiet.
Fucking run, everyone!
I was like, how quiet are we to be? Anyway, so yeah, so Flair, you're standing by this. There is a grate lying on the ground in front of you, and you can hear the buzzing coming up through the vents. They're quite thick vents, and you can hear things banging into the sound. Now, you've heard of zone wasps. You've seen them at a distance, but like the first one that comes up to you is big. It is the size of a clenched fist, not just a normal clenched fist, an Ulf-sized clenched fist. Right? So
Shit.
like it is a bunch of bananas with wings and a big
She's
fuck off tail, and
a chunky
somehow for an
girl.
insect, a scary ass expression on its face. It looks pissed. What would you like to do?
Dear. Um. I'm gonna breathe some fucking fire on this little shit.
Now, oh, sorry, I should always add. We've just started the session. Give yourself mutation points to the amount of mutations you have back to
Yeah.
yourself. If you're already at max, you cannot go any higher than 10. But Bogart would get 3, everyone else would get 2, apart from Ulf, who would only get 1. And as always, remember, in order to get more mutation points, you have to push rolls. So when you roll a 1, you push a roll, and any more ones you get, give you mutation points back. That's where they
That's
come
why
from.
I'm gonna die.
So, how I will say there is the first thing you see is this wasp, and then there's 2 more immediately
Oh.
behind it.
We're getting a posture
Yeah.
check, by the way. Sorry.
Gonna breathe
We're getting a what?
fire.
Posture check. Set up, everyone.
Okay, sorry, I have been a bit slouchy
Sorry,
today.
boss.
I was set up straight. How dare you?
This
Right,
is actually
okay,
extremely uncomfortable.
so right up to your face, I'll say you can catch all of them with 1 blast if you want in this occasion.
Yeah.
Okay, so describe the situation, Rachel. There is some wasps flying towards your face. Bleh. I just spew fire next to that, is it not?
I'm like a dragon.
Cool. So you're using mutation. Roll me a d6, please.
No
Get a
boy.
1. Get a 1.
I want other
Don't get a
people to be
one.
turned into monsters. Join us. Join
Uh,
us. Me and Ulf just spamming all the mutations and nobody else does.
Yay!
Without any issue whatsoever. You see it coming up, you wait to the perfect moment, and you just vomit out fire. It is truly disgusting to behold. However, the things in front of you don't behold it for long because they're just covered with this napalm, like just green. What colour would you like your fire to be? Is green good, or do you want it to be like traditional fire?
Purple.
Purple flame. Nonsensical purple flame spews forth from you, boom, hits all three of the wasps, and they are
Purple
just
flame.
incinerated. Yeah, a purple flame. Of course, Rachel will be a purple flame.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Boom.
Purple
They all go
flame.
down. The buzzing
Pardon?
continues. All
All
three
right.
of those they go down. Mark off 1 mutation point, please. You hear
Sure thing, boss.
more buzzing, and it intensifies. What would you like to do?
I'm going to wait until I have a visual.
Okay. This time, the amount of wasps that come out are literally like you can see them actually crawling along the sides and up the top and out, and they're coming towards you. There's maybe 30 of them there.
I'm going to breathe fire until for about 50 minutes. No. When they get close, not too close. 15 feet away.
I will say that effectively what you can see is you can see about maybe 10 feet in front of you, and then it drops.
As soon as I
And
hear
what you
that
see is-
buzzing, I'm going to throw the alcohol in.
Right, so in order for you to throw, you're going to have to be quite close to her.
I was assuming I was right next to her.
In that case,
Yeah,
you
I
just
thought it
as soon as
was.
you throw it in, absolutely fine. So yeah, you smash that.
As
The
in.
soon
whole
as he
set-
throws it in,
that
I'm just
sets
going
a
to breathe
flame.
the fire.
Now,
Yeah.
how long are you just waiting until we see the whites of their eyes, or are you just like
Till I see like a sort of shadowy image.
shadowy image? Okay, so you want
Yeah.
twirly? Are you
Nah.
No,
sure?
I'd wait until
no,
they're there.
wait till the whites of their
Right
eyes.
up at us, like
So,
literally
just to
about to
clarify,
exit.
It's like they don't have whites.
About
I
to
know.
exit time.
The metaphorical white of their eyes. So all three of you are now standing there, yeah? This is Ulf, Bogart, and Flair are right next to each other in front of this vent, yes?
Yep.
Yeah.
As
Okay,
soon as I
Rachel.
breathe my fire, though, I'm going to try and not singe my face off.
That's absolutely fine. I am thinking of a number, right? I'm not going to tell you what the number is. How many mutation
Okay.
points do you have left?
9.
Okay. Okay, I've got a number in my head. And how many mutation points do you want to use to try and engulf all of these things in flame? So this is a risk to you.
I will use 9. I will
Lee's
use
like,
9.
I'm going to give them this really hard fight, and Rachel's just like, a flamethrower with all
Well, she does.
mutations.
However, this has intense repercussions for Rachel. Rachel,
It
could
does,
you roll
yes.
me
Oh, I know.
96, please?
I have done the repercussions. I got this.
Well, hold on. Before we do the 96, let's do this properly. Rachel,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
wait till they are crawling up. They are buzzing. This thing is you can't believe so many can be crushed. They don't even fly. They're literally crawling over each other at this point. The noise is horrific. Can each one of you roll me a wits check? Just a straight wits check.
Is it us
You
on
do
the
wits.
ground as well, or-
Say again.
Where's
No, you guys
wits?
are far enough away. You can hear the noise, and provided you you might see if your friends start screaming in a minute. You might hear some more, but
Right, okay.
For some reason, my brain's gone farted and where's wits?
you got a pass. That's
yes,
fine.
I
Off, you're
see it.
fine.
Yes, I see it. Don't roll up.
Oh,
Oh,
So,
okay, I passed.
Each one of you's got a success. The fear for a second, that the thought to run and just do not be here, because if these things get you, it's going to be horrifying. But at that moment, Flair just burps out unbelievable jets of fate. Like, you have never seen her spew up this much flame. It is ridiculous. It melts through the metal. It starts burning through. She's putting a hole in the ceiling here, and it just hits
You're
everything.
welcome.
They incinerate. Welcome.
How you doing?
Yeah, it washes over everything, and at the last, when it finally stops after a few seconds, you see kind of one horrifically burned wasp kind of like crawling towards you on its two remaining legs.
I'm going to stab it.
Easily done. Fuck you, wasp. It is well cooked. Smells alright, actually. You could probably eat it.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah, I'll go.
Tasty.
I'll just start eating it with a big horrifying fucking bug face.
yeah, I mean, you are partially bugged. So like, this is pretty good, actually.
You know, wasp larvae are pretty good to eat.
There you go.
Mhm.
What I'll say is that counts as your grub ration for today, because once you've ate that one, you find a couple other charred ones. So yeah, they're pretty crunchy. They're nice.
Oh, right,
Tasty.
I've got to grab all those ones and just start backing them away.
I will say you get 2
I will
rations
point
out of
out.
that,
I
right?
will point out. I have the butcher skill.
You're butchering a wasp,
Ah.
mate. It's the size of my hand. It's been horrifically burned. This is a tasty treat. This is not a source of like nourishment. This is like, oh, a crisp.
You did something nice and I pushed it.
Yeah. I
Stretch
demand
lobster.
more. But yeah, the metal is red hot at this point. You can feel it's hot to touch. However, there is repercussions for such an action, Rachel. First of all, you have no mutation points left. Sure hope there's no more wasps. And second of all,
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that one.
10d6.
Oops.
9d6, please,
Oh,
because
sorry.
she used one already.
I'm also-
9d6. Yes.
Oh, right off the
Roll me
bat.
8 more, please. Actually, no. That's fine. I like how we're doing this like the slowest way. That's a 1, a 3, a 4. I'll try and make it more interesting as she's doing it.
Yeah, because the people watching will be
4.
able to see it.
Yeah, they don't see
4.
nothing. Yeah. So far, 1 fail.
6.
Still just 1
Okay.
fail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 more.
Oh, another one.
2
Another
fails.
one.
2 fails. That's fine.
5.
Another
Oh,
one.
shit.
3 fails.
Oh.
That's it. That's absolutely fine. So how many is that now? 1, 2. Is that your 9?
Keep rolling if you want.
6,
Yeah.
7,
One.
8. Actually, that's your 9 now, Rich. You're fine. Okay, so 3 failures. Now, for those who have never joined us before, rolling a 1 means something interesting is going
It's
to happen.
bad. It's
We
bad,
know if she
guys.
knows, she has to 3 opportunities here. If she rolls another 1, she gains a mutation. However, the stress this takes on her body is horrifying. And if she rolls other stuff, different things might happen. So, Rachel, I require you to roll me 3 more d6. Get a 1. Get a
I'm
1.
waiting on
get
her.
a 1.
I'm waiting on her getting wings or something at the end of this, so she's just literally a dragon.
Jesus.
Okay, that's a 6.
That's a 6. That actually has a very
That's a
positive
3.
repercussion. Come on, 1.
Ah,
And another 3.
Ah,
Phew!
you're so lucky, Rachel. Like, this actually has a positive thing that happens now because you rolled the
Really?
6. Yeah. Because it's actually
I'm
pretty
so
cool.
disappointed. Yeah, it does.
Boo. I wanted it to be horrifying. It's so much funnier when it's horrifying. Right. Rachel. Here's. Oh, actually, there's a couple of things happening here, actually. Sorry.
Hydrate.
First of all,
Hydrate before anything else.
hydrate.
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 Right. So, you rolled a 6 and 2 3s.
Yes, I did.
Here is the good point. Your mutation gets supercharged. You get back the MP you just spent and can immediately, in the same turn, activate the same mutation again against the same target or another. Now the bad one. The
Oh,
mutation consumed twice the amount of MP you intended to spend on without increasing the effect. You
Fucking
can't
hell.
drop below 0 MP. What I will do is I'll split the difference. You can have 4 MP back.
Yeah,
So-
makes
okay.
sense.
Alright, I'm
Be
not
on
gonna
6.
be rotten. It's nice to have some MP back. You did roll a 6, but I'm not giving you the full whack. So as horrifying as it was even more horrifying than I said. It was like literally half the roof is gone now. Like it is just molten slag metal just dripping into it. But there is now a big asshole in this roof.
I
I'll
think
just
I
jump
have
in.
all of them.
What were we
Does she
saying?
have all of them?
I think so.
Well, would you like to listen and find out?
Yes, please.
Yeah, you just have a listen. You can hear like a humming, like a buzzing, but much quieter than it was. You can also see now into the building, and luckily because it's daytime, light is just streaming through this giant hole in the roof. So you can see there's lots of racks, there's lots of places for storing fencing and all kinds of useful looking things for building some kind of fortifications.
Did I just
Cement.
burn that stuff to pieces? Did
No,
like
you
I
took out the
destroy
roof.
anything? Okay.
Maybe some stuff in the top shelves, but no, it seems okay.
Okay.
These fencing, this is high ceiling. The roof was effectively just regular metal. This stuff is like high grade, but there might be some slight damage.
Right. I'm
Okay.
going to pop away for a couple of minutes now. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Right.
Just mute
Goodbye.
yourself.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, looking down, you see the factory floor, the warehouse floor before you. There is, it looks like there's bodies dotted around it. There's lots of areas that are holding the materials you're looking for, and in the far corner you see a large kind of papery structure that does have some errant wasps flying around it, but they don't seem to be approaching you at this time. But that
Okay.
might change.
Can I jump down, or is it too far of a drop?
You could. There's ways of getting down. There's things you could
I'm
land on top
jumping
of.
down with my strong
Yeah,
leg.
I would like to get down without hurting myself.
Absolutely fine. Well, Scott does have his strong legs feet,
Right,
so
so
he
I'll
easily.
actually just lift her and jump down.
Okay,
Put her
your
back
legs
down.
are strong, Scott. That is another human being. That's another mutant being on your back.
I've jammed with people
if-
on my back before.
I'm going to say, give me an agility roll with an extra 2 dice for your feet. For you, Rachel, you're up to nothing. He's carrying you, so you just kind of cling onto his back.
Oh,
and he jumps
mint.
It's on the whole area, so if I
Thank
fail
you.
this. Agility plus 2. Roll.
One
Yeah.
success. That's all we needed.
That's all you need. Only ever need one success unless I see you need more. That's absolutely fine. It is. You feel it in your knees. You know those situations where you maybe misjudged something, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But you straighten up, no
Yes.
damage done. Flex your incredibly beautiful legs,
Mhm.
kind of partially.
Everything
inside
else
legs.
is weak, but the legs.
So like flexes his calf, you know, it's like it's some sexy legs. But yeah, Flair, you kind of get off of his back. You're now in the
Thank you,
building.
Bogart.
Ulf is
That's
still up
very
on the
kind
roof,
of
kind
you.
of looking down.
It was very kind of you to burn those things mercilessly.
Well, you did help with the alcohol, so very much appreciated.
I don't think the alcohol helped that much, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure it did something.
Maybe
I mean,
one
at
of
first-
the what?
That's
it's
not
get-
nothing. I may have overdone it, however. My throat is a little bit sore.
Perhaps you could pray to the god of Locket.
Nice.
After hearing the roar of all the fire and everything and
I
seeing
think-
like
I
stuff
think
going on,
Heard of them?
I'm like, you hear distantly from outside, "Are you dead?"
No, we're okay.
So you're just shouting now, then, yeah, we're fine. That's fine. Dodger and Grey, we switch back to you for a second. You see the light is so bright. You have seen her spew flame before, and like you're like, oh, we know what she's doing, and like just a bright flash of purple. You're like, oh, okay, and they notice that the loud buzzing goes from very very high to barely audible. So yeah, so Dodger and Grey, you're outside. What would you like to do?
Can I
Is there
just find
oh,
a
sorry.
door to see if I can open a door to let them inside?
Absolutely, yeah. You know where the front door is. It was in the yard with you, so yeah. If you want to walk back to the door, you can.
Yeah, I was going to say, can I
open
just
it
go
up
to
and
the door?
everything.
You
Oh,
reach
it's
the
got
door at the
something
same time, and you open the door, and lo and behold, you're on either side of the same door.
Hey,
All right.
let's go look.
Well,
I
that's
think
a
I
nice-
have them all.
Logan, what is it? Are you going to go with Grey? What's your plan?
Go with Grey.
Okay, cool. Yep. So Dodger's there with his dog. You're just traipsing along behind. What are you? Would you like to survey the room, or what are you trying to do here?
I'll start investigating the room.
Absolutely fine.
I would like to
go ahead.
look for some. I like to look for anything actually. So
Okay.
go through like each room and see what's there.
Right, I'll do it one at a time. That'll be easier as opposed to doing that. Right. So,
Yeah.
first thing you notice is that there is some corpses lying on the floor. You remembered seeing the ghoul sign for scary flying things that kill you outside?
Did I just kill them?
No, these
Okay.
are long dead. These are ghoul corpses.
Okay.
They've got like swollen bits that kind of became desiccated. The parts of your face can see it looks like things died in writhing agony, filled with some kind of
Oh.
venom or poison. They look all fucked up, but they've been dead for a while. They also look like they've been kind of drained of any fluids. So yeah, the wasp might have been kind of like drinking these guys. You find animals. You find some zone dogs. You find a few zone ghouls. You find some bigger creatures that you don't quite recognize. But it looks like things that have managed to get their way in here before the zone ghouls closed the doors and ran away. Is what you're dealing with. Around the room and all the shelving is lots of high grade security stuff. There is barbed wire. There is fence posts. There is all kinds of things. Gray, you find a very useful manual on how to put this stuff together.
Oh.
And it looks like with the tools that you've been finding scattered around the zone, you could set this up. Yeah, you could certainly get this starting. Having a quick inventory of the place, it looks like you could surround the zone with it. The zone's pretty big. The arc with this. But yeah, I mean, there might take a few. There's a lot of this stuff. Like, it's not all going to fit in the trailer. This is going to require multiple trips. But you've cleared the place out.
Like tapping on stuff and like lifting
And I
things
didn't
up
have
a
to
little
take
bit
the
and seeing
fence down
what they're
outside.
about.
No. Oh, you still can. Scott, as your friends have kind of went off and done that, you start approaching the buzzing. The papery structure's got some wasps in it. And you see, as you come towards it, they crawl back inside the kind of structure that they seem to live in.
Could I actually take some of the fencing from the outside to sort of surround the nursery for a bit of extra protection?
We'll come back to that. Of course you can.
Okay.
However, Scott, what do you want to do with the thing? You do notice that the buzzing is much quieter than it was. You have taken out the bulk of these wasps, but it does raise a little bit as
Is
you're.
there a door? Like, is it in a room, or is it got like have they got a free room movement no matter what I do?
They're gonna free actually yeah, they're gonna free roam whatever you do. They basically kind of the large portion of the back wall of the place is kind of been made into like some kind of nest. So these are probably gonna have to deal with this in some way. Well, don't know what you want to do. You might want to leave it there, I don't know, but
I am going to
you have freaked them out.
I am going to quietly walk back and grab my butcher blade and start cutting up all the larger corpses for rations.
The larger corpses of the wasps, or larger corpses of the humanoid things that are in there.
And you said there were some zone dogs and like bigger.
There is. They've been there for a while. They're fairly like we're talking like maybe weeks, if not more.
It's okay.
So I mean,
I've got raw. I can cook raw out of food.
Cool. What I'll say is, if you're going to start doing that, you can. I'll say you only get a couple of rations. I'll say 2 rations because this is like old meat. This is going to be more like jerky.
Okay.
So yeah, as you're doing that, that's fine. So you just find Bogart just digging into corpses and just ripping out the bits that look like edible, snapping spines and emptying the fluid into things to make a wee broth.
I'll look at the humanoids to see if I can maybe make a medical report on it. And
yeah, if you want to give me some kind of a medicine check.
Yeah, well, I've got the bone saw skill on that. That's my doctor.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever that's connected to, just do a bone saw roll.
Spire, because bone saw is a.
Well, I'll take that, mate. That's fine. It should be attached to that, yeah. What'd you get, mate?
2.
2 successes.
Absolutely fine, mate. Yeah, having a look through them, this it's what you suspected. They've been poisoned by the wasps. They've went into some kind of shock and they've just collapsed and died. This is the same for all the creatures you start poking about at.
Do I feel like I could extract the poison?
From a live wasp, maybe. From what's in there, it's fairly quick acting. So once it happens, it attacks organs, but then it just kind of, the length of time they've been there, it's kind of like dissipated into nothing. It's lost all of its potency. But again, there is a big thing filled that's got some wasp in it lying at the back of the room. What I will
I'm not touching the fucking wasp then.
Right, so as Scott is digging through these, Dodger, what would you like to be doing?
I'm tempted to throw a grenade at the wasp nest. But something's telling me no.
Is it
Can I
common sense
can I
is telling
eat
you not
one?
to? Eh?
Aye, it's common sense. Can I eat one of the corpses? Since I'm a cop, I can eat corpses.
Okay, there is a near the front door there was a ghoul. It looks like it had been trying to get to the door and it collapsed, so it's lying in the kind of position. The meat is bad. The bones are brittle and it is like it's got a funny tangy taste, which I assume is a poison. But if you want to eat it, that can count as your ration of grub for the day. You see Dodger eat a fucked up corpse that has been there for ages. I don't know how you would feel about that.
Okay.
That's up to you.
To be fair,
Dodger,
I am
that will
doing
give
the.
you Dodger, that will give you a dodgy tummy.
Yeah,
mean,
roll.
would you
I
want
don't
to go?
I think corpse eaters can eat whatever they want, to be fair, so I mean, you can eat this. It's just it's
Yeah.
fucking disgusting.
I think we've
Yeah.
all just stopped what we're doing and we're just staring at him.
Cool.
Bogart just kind of looks up and goes, "Well, he's not really doing anything different from me, is he?" That's sawing a leg off.
Ripping bits off. But you're going to cook them into a nice
Go back
broth or
to-
Yeah,
something, mate.
I'm
You know,
going. I'm
you're
going to
like...
make it taste nice.
So yeah, so Logan's
Or
just in there, face
define
first, just
nice to
ripping
be
gnawing.
bits off, gnawing on a bone. But yeah, so that's that. At this point, Gray and sorry, Ulf, you're standing on the roof at this point. What would you like to do? Are you coming down? Are you going to jump? Are you going to just walk down?
No, I'm gonna have a look about, see if there's anything in the distance. We're looking out for any of those Death Riders.
Oh, nice. Yeah, give me some kind of perception-based check, please.
Yeah, certainly. Well, there. Perception. How about Scout?
That'll do, mate.
Also known as perception and mutant.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. So yeah, you look around. Give me a roll.
Lovely.
Oh, this is wee babe.
You didn't pass any of them.
You did not.
No, I
Having a
didn't.
look around, mate, you look, you don't see anything coming. There's no clouded dust that you'd expect to see. There's no noise you'd expect to hear. It looks like the ones that you dealt with the previous day they've went off to wherever their base is and they've not tried to follow you, as best you can tell.
Right.
Okay, so you're still on the roof. Flare. Now, as you're going through, you're looking at all the equipment that you're going to be taking back to the Ark. As you get to the back, you do see the wasp's nest. It's big. It's taken up most of the wall. There's a low humming coming from inside it. Do you want to do anything with it, or are you just going to try and get everything out of here? Now, I will
No,
just...
I'm not gonna bother with it. I was just wondering if there was anything different.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, as you are doing this is when you start searching the place, so you are going to find some stuff. There's a small office off to the side. Usual things in it. A computer that's not working. A desk. There's a room that's got seems to be some kind of locker room with lockers that are filled with things. But yeah, you're going to find some scrap. So who would like to roll me 2d6?
I've rolled too many.
I'll give
Logan,
you
roll
that.
2d6.
Logan, go.
Logan, do it.
Can we do it?
Logan,
Yeah.
2d6,
Okay.
mate.
I'd do it, but I'm not there.
2d6. Is that on the
2d6.
sheet or just actual on
Just roll me
roll
2d6.
20?
Any type of roll 20 is fine, mate. Just roll me 2d6. 3, that's 31, mate. Try again. That's a d66, mate. I'll tell you what, let's just do is 4. That's fine. Okay. Now, Logan, roll me a d166 and tell me a number, please.
312.
312.
312.
Oh,
Logan,
no, I
you
apologize.
find a folding chair.
Oh,
Ah,
Mary,
sorted.
roll me a d166.
Oh, okay.
d666, please.
624.
624. You find a trombone.
yes.
Yes.
Okay. Rachel, you're in there. You give me a D666, please.
323.
323. You find 323 grass seeds in a small bag.
Oh, someone will like that.
Yeah.
And Bogart, you're down there as well. Roll me a D666, please.
Hey. 556.
A T-shirt with the text Heisenberg. So there's the weird crap that you all found. During the search, though, I will say, because Gray, you come across something that you're unsure of, but you recognise as an old world artifact. If you roll me, where the fuck's artifacts? Or where the flip is artifacts? God, you guys get so many artifacts in this game. All of which have been useless so far.
Hey. Except the perfume.
Oh no, the perfume was pretty good actually.
Perfume has made my powerful skill very powerful.
It certainly has. Artifact. That's right at the beginning of the book. I should remember this. Back table, where are you? All the fun of watching me look through a book.
It's fine. Don't worry.
See, if we had partner, we could edit this bit out. Aha, here we go.
This could be a good highlight.
Yeah, this is the highlights. Highlights the game. What's that?
Yeah,
Would Lee look
highlights.
so good? Captain Breath.
Oh, book
Problems with
compilation.
That's very much. Oh, actually, that's not the artifact. I thought
This
I got
is the
excited.
part where you do an ad, where one of us would do an advert.
This is when we could put the adverts on, yeah, because we might be doing that, aren't
Yeah.
we?
If you want to buy
Ah.
random drink, get
fact,
it
I'm
here with our codes. Random drink 10.
Remember to drink whiskey.
Right. Eddie, roll me a D666, please. Actually,
Okay,
has anyone not rolled for an artifact before?
I don't think
Okay,
I
I
rolled
have.
for it, but I got
If
one.
you've not rolled... I'll tell you what, Logan, you're never here. Rolls a D666.
Wait, so is that not an artifact? I thought it would have been an artifact.
No, that's scrappy.
No,
That's
it's
literally just
just-
a random piece of
Oh.
trash.
Pretty good piece of trash, though.
I mean, it's a
Folding chair.
chair. That's useful, yeah.
615.
615. So, Mary, as you're digging through, you find something, and it's a kind of plastic bag that's hanging up in the office. It's a bit unusual. That's weird because it's not the same as a plastic bag that you would put things in. It's like it hangs down the way, and it's got a name in the front of it. It says dry cleaning. Not really sure what dry
Yeah.
cleaning is. You're not really entirely sure what cleaning is, but dry cleaning doesn't sound right because wet cleaning, surely.
Yeah.
So you open it up,
Weird.
and what you find inside is a nice suit, a kind of suit that you've never seen before. It's like we have a really nice material. It's got like a little bow tie. It's got a white shirt. It's black. You have found a tuxedo.
Love it.
A set of clothes with black jacket, pants, and shirt. On the front and the sides, a wrinkled strip of cloth hangs. These ancient clothes will impress everyone around you. Gear
Oh.
+2 to manipulate does not count as an item when you wear it. It can also be donated to the arc to give a D6 culture bonus. If
that's
Scott was to
possibly
wear this, he would be the most manipulative man in the world. This and his perfume. After the dice
Phew.
gods heard Scott say, Chroniclers are shit. Yeah, unless they get a tuxedo and perfume, and they're like, you do this. All
I'm
the
just
rules.
gonna wander
I
out of
had
the room
15
looking at it confused.
successes.
Yeah. So Mary, you wander out and you're like, what the fuck is Scott? You see this, and this speaks to you on a level that no artifact has ever spoke to you before. Since the
I
perfume.
recognized it. An ancient who written many manuals on capitalism. What such a suit.
I must
Leave.
have it, the precious.
The man
It's
of
the
muck.
god Ralph.
This actually, I
There
really
was
enjoyed
also
this
a
about you.
children's story where one wore one, a hero who fell from grace, known as Scrooge McDuck.
But he surely
Have
would
you
be your
told that
favourite
one?
thing.
Hmm?
Sorry. Rachel, what do you say?
I haven't heard that one before.
Yes, a
Gather-
bunch of
gather to
puppets
me.
convinced
Alright.
him that he was
And listen.
haunted and will die, and He gave away his wealth stupidly.
She's brother, listen, the tail, the duck tails.
There was also a flying duck.
Later on, there
But
was
he
Gizmo
flew
Duck as
through
well.
His
machines.
launchpad.
Wait. Are you talking about
what is
flying
a duck?
machines?
Well, I'm letting this happen.
What is
What do you
a
mean?
duck?
No, sure. What do you mean flying machines?
Like metal that went in the air. I don't know how it worked.
But that would be far too heavy.
Yeah,
Unless
it is a story for children.
You see the
Dogs
gears
are
working within
turning.
him.
I've just gave some idea to the gearheads.
I'm just sort of pushing the suit towards you now. Like, take this away from me. I need to think about
Thank
something.
you. I put on the tuxedo.
You can. If you choose to see, that's fine. It's up to you. I will say that any future
Oh no,
fights are going
that's
to
it.
cost damage.
I was debating we should debate and put this into the arc, but I'm sitting there like that means that my manipulate rolls are just like max.
Yeah, like I might have to kill you now because otherwise.
Come on, we know he's gonna die. Come on now.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Well, if he
Yeah.
dies in the suit, we can just take the suit
I'm
back
got-
and give it as an
Yeah.
artifact.
I'm going to fail a
Win-win.
push roll on manipulating that, so it's going to kill me. And it seems impossible, but people have seen my rolls before. I have rolled multiple
happen.
nat ones in a row. Not
Yep.
just two, multiple.
There can also be things like I think fails on the gear dice actually do damage things as well. So like, see if you're wearing the tuxedo and you're giving it all this, then like it might rip. It is an old. It has been there for like 100 years, so it looks pretty. But it's up to you. If you want to put it on now, you can. If you choose to take it off, feel free. But just make sure you tell me whenever you're going to be like, wait a moment, I've got an idea. I think get changed in the tuxedo.
Oh wait, like Superman.
Yeah. Manipulation man.
Comes out Lex Luthor.
That's more accurate, yeah. So yeah, you now have it. I can't believe I do really enjoy this with Mutant. Like the artifacts are like just random and just mental. Like, oh yeah, well, we really hope we get an assault rifle. What did you get? A toothbrush. It's like, but you'll have really good teeth. Like, okay, cool. Anyway, there's actually something in there that's amazing, and the day you roll it's going to be a very interesting day. Anyway, what you
Never gets rolled.
the whole campaign, you'll never once get it. I'm not going to tell you, that's fine. Right, so yeah, as you are listening to the story of DuckTales and the famous comic books that you have read, the buzzing has got louder and several wasps are now flying towards you, one of them much larger than the other ones.
Oh dear.
He looks
I
angry.
think I may have to kill some more little wasps.
Yes,
You notice
yes,
that as
you
it
do
moves
that
towards
as
you,
you
they
try to
start
fix
flying
this bull.
So
Huh.
ground level, and they're trying to fly, and they look like they're trying to get out. Ulf, you're still up there looking for things. You're going to see them fly. They're coming towards you.
Elf,
And so
watch
much as
out!
that you're there.
I'll
So
step out the way.
yep. So
No,
you
I'll,
want to try.
I'll not interact.
Right, cool. Are you trying to get out the way like stealthily, or are you just like moving a few steps back?
Moving a few steps back, and maybe round the hole if I can, if they're going a specific direction.
Right, okay. Yeah, you get far enough away that they pause briefly and kind of buzz louder, and then they fly off another direction. And after that, you notice that the buzzing is completely gone.
What direction are they going in?
It doesn't really matter, so I'm going to say north. They head north,
Okay.
which
Well,
is
more
you
importantly,
came from the east, I think. So, well, you came from the.
uh,
You're going west.
I will follow the direction just by sight.
Yeah,
See
you
what
watch.
they're doing.
You see them fly off. Now, the land before you, there is plenty of greenery. This apocalyptic world is actually quite green and vibrant. A lot of new nature is taken over. You see them fly over. The area you're in, there is areas that have like other factories, like you've warehouses and whatnot, and other kind
Yeah.
of buildings. They fly off deeper into the kind of industrial area, and they're big, but not that big. After a few hundred feet, you lose them, but they seem to kind of went down into a kind of a factory area. Without following properly, it's harder to tell.
Not too far away. This factory, is it?
Not massively far away, no.
It's a smell in the air.
Oh, you want to smell the air, do you?
Yeah,
Go for it. Have
Smells
a go.
like poop.
You smell burning metal because your friend just burned
of
the fuck out
course.
of a roof. You smell like a kind of tinny, moldy smell. There's a slight sweetness to there.
Yeah, I know you're talking. I fucking knew that. It's just, you forget I
Yes,
know
that
this
place
area.
exists in this game as
Yeah,
well.
it does. Would I know it? Well, would
You
I?
would know it. Your character would not know it. I will
Would I
say
know
that
what
you
the
have
smell is?
found packs around the zone, sometimes empty. On those wonderful occasions are full. They have sweet treats inside them. They did have
Yep.
words on the front.
A
It's,
sweetie factory.
oh, it's actually
Ooh.
better than
I
that, to
never
be
say
fair,
sweetie.
because
I
I
don't
used
know
to
why I
get
said it.
because when I worked up there with a different company, I used to work right across from it, and the smell from it was absolutely delicious. Actually, a biscuit factory.
Bogart knows it well. He actually has a patch that says Borders Biscuits on it.
Yeah, the fact
Um,
the Borders biscuit factory. That's why I'm looking. So, I'll shout down. Yeah, they seem to have went to another warehouse. I don't know. Would I know of sweet treats?
you wouldn't know that's what it was. I mean, this is
Yeah.
the use are ranging deeper, and people have been out in the zone and have described things, but they
Aye.
don't say, "Oh, that's Borders Biscuit." They'd be like, "There's a bunch of factories. There was like ghouls over there." They give their own name. They put their own spin in. Some chroniclers are better or smarter than other ones. Sometimes they piece things together. Sometimes they spin a tale. It really depends on who you're dealing with.
Um,
Always
We
know about the
wouldn't have any
aliases and
reason
stuff.
to go that way.
I'll be honest. It seems to have attracted these zone wasps. I was wondering, we should probably maybe check that out if we can at some point,
Why would we follow the wasps, though?
because then we know if we ever come across them again, we find something that attracts them, we can use it against them.
Hmm.
Confusing. Sorry, I've read something that said lose the glasses 5,000. Like, who the fuck's telling me to take my glasses off? I can't see if take them
Oh,
off.
oh,
I think I'm misunderstanding something. Anyway,
hold
well,
on.
what I would remind you is that you currently have a mission.
Yeah.
If you choose to go deeper into the industrial, you are free to do so. But right
We
I
now,
should,
think it's a bad idea.
we should continue with the mission, and if the bigger threat that I'm thinking of is the Hell Riders. We are taking any distractions to find their ark.
Yeah, you're
We have
probably
to
right.
get all of this back as well.
You're probably right. I'm gonna come down in a minute. I'll make my way down. It's a little bit dangerous up here. I'm gonna go follow the wasps.
Oh,
okay, well, we will
Oh
come back
boy.
to you in a moment
Yeah.
because that is an exciting thing. I wonder how much I actually wrote up for them because I didn't think these would do this, but I did
Okay,
write some
quick
stuff up.
question. Would I
Yeah.
be aware of him leaving?
Unless he tells you,
No,
I
I'm,
don't
I'm
see.
just coming. I'm just making my way down. I'm making my way down from the outside. That's
As
all you
far as you
see
know,
me
he
do.
shouted to you he was coming down. So
Okay.
unless you're telling me you are suspicious of his motives, but
Yeah, I'm
are
not
you?
lying. I'm
Yeah.
not lying. I'm coming down.
Well,
I'm just gonna go and fall across and follow the
that's fine.
wasp.
I mean, they did go some distance, so this is going to be a slight bit of travel. So we will come back to you because I have learned it's much more
The
It's
only
comfortable.
200.
reason
It's some
I would
distance.
have
I'm
gone with him if
reckoning.
I knew he was going
Yeah.
somewhere.
Well, but let me just explain the logistics of this, right? This isn't the real world logistics of how close these things are together. This is spaced out.
Yeah.
I said you lost sight of them and the sweetness in there, and I think I'm assuming what you're thinking is wasps might be attracted to something sweet, and you've seen them roughly where they landed. But this will be probably some traveling. You might be 10, 20, 30 minutes to find where they went, and you don't even know they went in there. You just know they went roughly in a direction, and you're now
I
following a
don't.
sweet
Right.
smell.
So from where I'm standing, I wouldn't know the. Oh, because you said it was a different factory you were using, right?
Hmm.
But you were using the name. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you're
yeah. I've
further up.
not done the real world logistics because if I did do that,
Right.
then a
Right.
lot of this
Okay.
stuff would be like in
I,
one
I,
area
I
in the
was.
zone,
That's
which
why I
would
was
suck.
going to check it. That's why I was going
Yeah,
to check it because I figured it was going to be close. But if that's the case, I'll not bother. So
yeah, yeah.
I'll make my
That's
way
fine.
down.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you do so. So you come down, you go into the room. You see them kind of dishing out weird bits. Everyone's found a bit of scrap. Like, oh, look what this really weird thing is I found. And you see Bogart. Did you put the tuxedo on?
oh yes.
Looking suave as fuck. Like, holy shit. You're like,
The name's Bogart. Just Bogart.
He's like strutting around, and I'm going.
God, you've got that.
Okay.
The noise out of it is horrifying and loud and definitely going to draw attention to you. Anyways,
It's a good
Uh,
thing those wasps have gone.
no, if they
Otherwise,
Oh
have,
yeah,
they
are
may
there
have.
larvae still there? We could eat those.
that's not how you use this. This is actually what they call a bow tie, and I'll tie the bow tie properly.
So for Scott, you now have a bow tie. He's now
Yeah.
correctly tied your bow tie, so your suaveness levels went up by a factor of 3.
He finishes tying, and there's just a ding.
Yeah.
Like literally, like just yeah, it's like it's too
I-
beautiful.
I was gonna say,
Almost directly at it.
it's so beautiful. Let me see. He takes off his goggles. Where they fucking
All of the
hide.
My next question for you, DM. Where did the wasps come from?
There's a large paper-like structure at the back. I recognise it was a wasp nest because they'd come crawling out of it. It's kind of thick and kind of like browny, and it's like attached to the wall.
Take the shotgun off. I'm gonna have a look in, see if there's anything in there of interest.
Right, so you just start smashing through it, yeah?
I'm assuming they came out, so I'm gonna go in the way they came out.
Well, the wasp nest is attached to the back wall, so it's like basically you've got the warehouse is a fairly open structure with a
Yeah.
couple little offices, a locker room, and an office beside it. And then the structure took up a large portion in the back. It looks like when you devastated the wasp coming out, that killed the majority of them, leaving only a queen and like the whatever the equivalent of like the guards would be called, and that's what's left because they've whatever instinct they've had is get the
So
fuck
they're
out of here.
drones. Yeah.
They're
so
drones,
basic-
yeah. So
okay.
this is now just a large papery structure with nothing coming out, no noise coming from it. Gray has pointed out there could be larvae in there that you could eat. So if you wish
Yeah.
to smash through it looking for them, feel free.
Not only that,
But real life point of order. They're not drones, they're workers, because the drones are the males, and there's only a few of them.
Okay, then what Mary said, yeah, that
Would I be able
I
to
would-
raise these larvae to be able to get some of the poisons there?
Oh.
you can certainly try. Are
Ah.
you well versed in raising larvae? Do you know what they eat?
Well, he looks like them now, so
Would I
Well,
know
you just
being
said-
I know horticulturist kind of enthusiast?
See if I
Knowing
try
that-
this level of bullshit in your D&D game, right? Like every time we find something, like,
Oh, I
yeah,
think
can I
the-
raise this as a pet? No, you fucking can't.
Not to go off topic here, but I think we'll find that last week that was very much the case. So
Yeah. Okay. What I will say, right? First of all, are you just going to start ripping this thing apart and looking for larvae?
no, first thing I'm doing is just I'm knocking in with the butt of the shotgun I got, just bang it in and just have a quick look to see what's in it.
Yeah, it is exactly what you
Shame it's
expect.
not
There's
thieves.
Yeah.
Yeah, you smack through it, bam, 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 bam. Easy enough. Don't need to do anything. It's sturdy, but you're a big, strong guy. You bash bits of it off. You find whatever the hell you'd expect to find in a large zone wasp thing. What are they
More
called?
importantly,
Hive.
More importantly, is the
Hive,
queen
yeah.
is the queen in there?
Queen
Queen is
left.
gone now. Queen left
That was that big one.
The queen left with the
with the drones.
right. Okay.
So
Right,
that's
okay.
that's who is leaving because their self-preservation
They're under
instinct
attack.
kicked in. They're like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here. Save the queen. Only time we'll mention the queen this episode. Oh shit.
quick,
Um,
get the queen, kill her.
It's Monday.
Whoops.
Right. Anyway, so you break
Don't
through.
say that, guys.
I will say that you do
It's a
find
wasp.
it's a waspine, a little crown. Right.
With stolen diamonds on it. Never mind.
Oh hey, oh hey,
Yeah.
oh hey,
Wait.
oh hey, oh hey. Let's don't
It's a
cancel this,
wasp.
please.
What? Sometimes they
Yeah,
steal
how else would a
diamonds.
wasp get diamonds? It would stole them, clearly.
Yeah.
Make them.
From Africa.
They don't
mainly.
mind. Wasps don't mind.
Um,
Except mine are wasps. They might mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, you do find some larvae. Well, moving on. You do find some larvae. I'll say you find 6 wasp eggs, larvae. I don't know what the hell wasps
They're
lay.
they're in little cells, in
The-
individual paper cells. It looks a bit like honeycomb,
Yeah.
but it's not made of
What
wax. It's
Mary
just
just
paper.
said is what you find. You
They're
find
very
enough
far
for
more
6
disgusting.
viable ones. If you want to try and cut them out, I'm going to make you do a medicine check here, just to see if you can kind of cut them out without bursting them in some way. I'm going to say you need at least 2 successes to get all 6, and for if you get less
I'm
than
a
that, you're only
bone
going to get
saw.
a smaller number.
Oh,
I know you
okay.
are. I'm still saying what I'm saying. You're a bone saw. You are not an entomologist, right? This is not a
More-
human. or
More
mutant.
importantly, is the stuff we're looking for actually in here?
Yeah, it's all. Oh, you went
Yeah.
here. I forgot you left, Richard. Yeah, mate. The walls are all ceiling to floor to ceiling. Everything you could possibly need. There's posts. There's the fencing itself. There is sandbags. There's empty bags you could fill with sand to make. There's
Okay.
everything you could possibly need.
While they're
Right.
doing that, I'll say I've been dragging out whatever I can
just-
actually manage to
I'll
get
do the
out.
same. I'll
Yeah,
look to
same.
Yeah.
That's
start moving
fine.
everything to the trailer.
Now you
We
did
have the
also.
grunts with us, yes? They
You sent back
stayed.
one of the stalkers, so you still have Red and you still have Dwight and Maddie. So yeah, they've kind of come out of hiding. Like, oh, fuck. And yeah, and
We're
they've
just
already
gonna
this
get
whole time
everyone.
they've been chaining things up
Right,
and
okay.
dragging up the bits they need, with input from Gray because they don't want to just take too much of one thing. It turns out they actually needed this,
Yeah.
this, and this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
pointing out
yeah.
things that's too rusty, don't take that bit. And
But yeah, you start loading it up. They're fairly efficient with Ulf's help as well. You're getting through. Scott, what did you roll?
Oh, I've not rolled it yet because you were
Yeah.
talking to.
Cool. To be fair, I think
Because
it's
there
rolled
is. I don't
15
think
dice
there
for
is
this.
even a. Is there even a medicine roll? I don't think there is.
Is there not some
There's
kind
a
of like
heal.
Heal.
Yeah, use heal, mate. That's fine. We'll say that's medicine. Close enough. Right.
One success.
Out of the 6 viable larvae, you managed to get 3 of them. The other 3 you can turn into grub, but when you're trying to cut round, it turns out they're not as uniform as you thought, and you kind of burst one, and it just like the goo comes out, and it just like seems to shrivel up immediately. But yeah, you managed to get 3 viable wasp larvae, which you're going to try and take venom
he's
out
gonna
of.
he's gonna raise his own.
Yeah.
I'm going to raise my own wasp army to take on the Hell Riders.
Here's what's going to happen. Look at it. I'm not going to tell you what very obvious thing's going to happen when he tries this, but yeah, he absolutely does the thing. He's got 3 of them. So yeah, you wrap them up, you keep them warm, you have a good think about what the hell. I think they've got enough protein in that around them that they'll eventually just hatch, and then you're going to convince them you're queen. I mean, you look like an insect, so maybe you'll do like a convincing dance. I don't know. You'll inspire them. I am your queen. Anyway, maybe the tuxedo will work.
I have a lot of manipulating perfume on.
Yeah, mate, maybe. Right, so yeah, you do all those things. The rest of you are loading up. Logan, you've not had a chance to anything for a while. Is there anything you've been looking to do?
I was going to say, can I do like a perimeter check? See if those could be
You
an ambush
absolutely
or
can
something.
now. And your perimeter check. Have you looked through what skills you have as a dog handler? As a
No.
no. Right. Your dog can do a whole bunch of shit. So if you want, you can have a
Oh
look
yeah,
through
what
it.
dog has some?
Yeah, that is literally,
I keep
yes,
forgetting that.
the role of your class.
Ah, you
Yeah,
told me that last time.
I did indeed.
It's anything.
I actually meant to put all your all the kind of stuff your guys can do, and the only one I done I think was the gearhead, and then I got distracted and went and done something else. But if you just look at the page, mate, your dog can do a whole bunch of stuff. I'll let you do a dog handler role, and you can try and find something if you choose to. So while Logan's working out how his character works, what would anyone else like to do?
Just
Rachel,
loading up.
your user's loading up, yeah. Now
I
use
was getting the extra fencing and stuff for the nursery.
absolutely fine. I'll say that it's not so much you can take extra. You can just say to them, "This is the stuff that's getting earmarked for the nursery."
Okay. Yeah.
Now, keep in mind the nursery is in a pretty busy part. What I'll say is you find an area that's got shutters. There's like a reinforced door. There's things that you could secure the nursery. Not so much build a fence around it because it means you've been building a fence right in the middle of the arc, which people might never
Okay.
stop you doing, or would also be incredibly hard because you've been building through the kind of ruins that people stay in. But you can certainly do things that will make the nursery one of the most secure buildings. The most secure buildings, the Dawn Vault, but
Okay. Yeah.
nobody's
I'm good with
walking in.
that.
Yeah, you find locks, all that kind of stuff, keys. Cool. So you're doing that. So you find these things. You find what you need. You put it in the back. Ulf and the other 2 grunts are just loading up. It takes a couple hours. Is there anything anyone wants to accomplish while they're doing that in ARP? They want to get out of the way. Mary, I'll say that while they're doing this, you set the tractor up and it's you get it coupled back up, and you've worked out if there's a turning circle to get this thing back round. But yeah, everything's going ahead as normal. Logan appears to have finished reading. Logan, did you get bored or do you want to do something?
No, I read about it. I still had the perimeter check. What way dog like can he is a sniff? Or be
Yeah.
second dog, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's sick a dog bait. I'm just looking for you to tell me what you're trying to do in this perimeter check. Are you just looking for anything in particular? Ghouls?
Yeah, just another enemies.
Cool. I believe your dog can also look up can do things like find things. That's what I was getting at specifically. Um, do you want me to tell you what page that stuff's on or something? Would that help?
I don't have the book. I deleted it by accident.
That's
My
okay.
laptop's a mess now.
That's all right,
I'm
mate. See if you
sorry.
look at the top of the page on Roll20. See where it says mysterious note. Not that one, actually. Sorry. See where it says use
No.
coding.
Aye.
See where it says
Oh.
TTRPG book.
Aye.
I put the full PDF of the manual in the Roll20 for you, in case you needed
Yep.
it.
Guess what? It doesn't work.
It does work.
It's crashed my screen. That's good.
It's crashed your
Man.
screen. To be
Right.
fair, what I was going to say is it does work really, really slow. It is pretty crap, but it's nice that they put a PDF reader on there.
I will
Right.
point out we are mid game and streaming. Like,
Yeah, that's cool. Let's
maybe
get away
read
from
it. Mhm.
Right, okay, that's fine. So we'll move on. So, Logan, you go around, you have a look round for things. You don't come across any ghouls or anything living. The dog has a sniff around, doesn't find anything of interest. You get back. Time has passed, and at this point, the trailer is getting pretty full. Dwight and Maddie come over and say to you, this is about as full as we're going to get this. So we just go back, and then we'll come back here tomorrow or the next day and try and get more.
Do we
Mary, and
need any?
they look at you and like, well, I don't think this will be enough. You have taken maybe about a third of what's in the place, and you'll get round a good portion of the arc, but the arc's a fairly sizable location. This is going to need 2 or 3 trips. You're probably going to need to empty this building to get enough to shore up everything,
Okay.
and
And
that's not including
the tractor can't take any more really.
Well, on our next
Reasonably.
trip, we will just bring more people so we can take double.
It's not so much the people; it's the space you've got available in the trailer. You could certainly try and make more carts and bring people to like drag carts.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's down to you to do that. That's not up to me to tell you to do that.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. It sounds like we'd better just take off because we're just
Yeah,
wasting
we
time
need
otherwise.
to get going if we have to do like more trips.
Cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, do you have to do more trips or could you hire somebody? You're the heroes of the arc after all.
We can tell
Um,
other people and they can use the tractor to get more. We don't have to be on this going back and forth
I
all
don't,
the
wa-
time.
I don't
That's
think
true,
we should
yeah.
gear up this tractor.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Red, you
give
can
the
be in
tractor
charge.
to the arc and therefore save more people.
Yes, they do.
Red, you are in charge of the next trip.
Red nods. Yeah, I'll keep this. I'll keep it
I
safe.
do not trust anyone else.
She smiles at you and she's like, "Yeah, absolutely. I'll keep it safe. We'll make sure we'll speak to O'Brien and get him to do this. And there'll be plenty of grunts, so I'll keep us safe." So yeah, you just turn and you start heading back. Unless there's anything in particular you want to visit again, you can just pass through the previous locations that you went through. Is that what you want to do?
Oh,
went
did
to
Yeah,
the-
did we not
did we
leave
want-
anything at somewhere?
Say that again, mate.
Did we leave anything at any of the other places?
You tell me.
I didn't, but I don't know if
I
they
don't
did.
The
think we
only thing
did.
you didn't take with
What
you was there
about
was something.
the? Was this in the garage place? Did we leave anything there? I can't remember.
I know someone left something there.
Well, when we go past there, we'll just stop just to check because I can't remember if we left anything or not.
Okay, well, the first area you come to is the security checkpoint that had the burned out cars that you moved out the way in the gating system.
Uh-huh.
Just pass through that. That had the large containers that were filled with clothes, and then like kind of the broken crap and all that. But you did dig a lot of stuff out of there. You just passed through there without any issue. The next area you arrive at was the High Q building, which is where you met the Hell Riders. You notice that there's been some activity here because you did send links back to the arc,
Mhm.
and it looks like there was the original activity seen with the tires squealing off, and it looks like somebody's brought other things here and then went through the
What
done
direction
some
are
shit
these
shutters.
tires going in?
The tires headed off the way that yous originally went, and on your road there has been turn-offs that you could have went different ways, but because you have the map and you know where you're going, you headed a very specific way. but there was roads going off other directions. But there was north, south. They could have went anywhere in the zone, but you just had a location in mind, which is the way you headed.
I'm gonna kind of like look at the tracks and be like, perhaps a stalker would be able to track these vehicles and where they're headed. This we might be able to locate the
Yeah, I will.
Dogs track.
I will use my. Is it find the path?
You can use find the path for this, Rach, but what would happen is this would mean you getting off the tractor and going after, like, following these trails. So this would be you leaving the group, or the group going off a different direction and leaving Red and the two grunts to take the stuff back to the Ark themselves. Which you're not to do. You can do it.
I would leave this in Blair's hands. She would know better for that.
How many people would we be leaving with the like the tractor?
Red would be doing the drive, and you'd be leaving Dwight and Maddie on the vehicle, and let's say anyone else is staying. But I mean, you're only a few. I mean, there's not been a massive amount of danger during the day. It's fairly safe, provided you don't go picking fights with anything. And the tractor itself seems to be scaring off like a lot of. Well, it's more likely to attract something intelligent. And as you know, ghouls aren't as active during the day unless they are specifically up to something.
Okay, don't know. It would probably be a bad idea to track them because there is only 5 of us. And before
I don't
there
want to
was
fight them, but knowing what we're
no
up against would be useful. Perhaps scouting
True.
the area, finding out what their Ark is capable of, how many of those vehicles they have, the numbers
Okay.
of mutants they have. This is useful
Red?
information.
Red, would you drop these off at home? Make sure my girls get everything. The nursery, you know.
That is if everyone is okay with this. This is a
and
very dangerous.
yes, I will go after these tracks with Bogart and anyone else who would like to.
Fucking get into it.
Right,
Yeah.
So what we're doing is letting the NPCs go off with all the stuff, taking it back home, and we're going on a different thing.
We don't
Wait.
all have to go.
We are going
Just
to
to clarify, right? Your current mission is return to the Ark with the stuff to start defending it. Collect your reward, which is additional bullets. And that's your current mission. If you choose so, that's absolutely fine. Red seems trustworthy, and she'll probably like just collect the reward for you and give you it probably. Dwight and Maddie have got no reason to help you at all, other than their boss told them to help you. So it's entirely up to you what you do, but you're free to do either or. I'm into it either way because shenanigans are
Red.
afoot.
I trust Red, so you know if she screws me over, I'll just kill her.
Yeah, I want to go back, but at the same time, like I really, really don't want to split the party.
It's
Well,
your
you can go
call.
back
This is
to
just
the
an
area.
this is just a spitball and like
Would-
idea of like this is something that would be useful, but it is risky.
Yeah, I put it this way: is what would your character do? And if your character would go back, then go back.
I think she would go back probably, just
Then-
to make sure everything
yeah.
got there and the tractor got there.
Yep, then you do that.
Mhm.
That's
So
how
you
I
split-
would play it.
Oh, you split the party.
I guess so. Wow. Well, now we're all dead. Okay.
Guys, making me so
You're not
happy.
dead. It's probably got to be me and Rach that'll
You
be
don't know the Ark might be gone.
That is hilarious. A brown. Okay, so tell me who is in party 1 returning to the Ark?
dead.
Was everyone else coming with us?
That is brilliant. Logan, just as a side note, mate, I've copy and pasted the dog handler skills into a section on Roll20 if you want to look at that. Right, so Mirray's going back to Dark with Red, and everyone else is going on this spur of the moment. Let's hunt down the Hell Riders, track them back to their base. Oh yes, you get you so happy. Okay. Oh, manipulation's gonna be useless to you. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I think
Right,
It's
so
true.
I
It's gotta be
think
useless, but
Grey would be
we-
in
no,
good
mate.
there's a
hands.
sneak. There's a stealth mission.
that as 100% those things. And as we
Yeah,
know,
I
Bogart is
think
the king of
Grey
stealth.
would be safe with everyone
I like the
in the
fact that
group.
you've given away you're the only one that can make you stealthier by making you stealth. So it's like, I'm leaving. See ya.
Could make a
I think my
stealth suits
stealth's
and
pretty
then
good.
like,
My move,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
it
that's
is.
right. Your stealth is
Sneak,
pretty good,
that's what it
Rich.
is.
Yeah, your
Oh,
sneak,
yeah.
sorry. Yeah. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Oh, yeah, you guys. Oh, yeah.
perhaps Bogart should just go. This is information, and he didn't go back to the arc.
Right, so
I just send Flair by herself.
To be fair, that may actually be the smarter move.
I mean, what I'd say is like
You
you
can
don't
if you
have to be
want.
that stealthy. I mean, you can literally you could go as far as like, okay, we're far away, we can see where they are.
Aye.
Let's sneak up. Then you sneak up by yourself. You can absolutely do
Aye.
that. But anyway, I'm not saying you have to play a game. You do what you want.
That's what I was
Um,
thinking, like staying
so-
back. And really, all I want to know is where's their arc, what's their numbers, and how
Yeah,
many
I don't plan
vehicles do
getting
they
too
have?
close.
Because
That's
the arc, our arc knowing that, because we might go better that we attack them. Like,
Well,
the way
that's
you
true.
guys play, I assume that's what you're going to do.
no, but I mean,
Can
in
I
the
just
arc
ask-
might decide this, because this is going to have, like, this is another arc. I don't think we're taking down another arc.
But
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe you can rally them. You're heroes. Okay, so what I'm going to ask everyone, right? Has everyone marked off a grub and water ration for today?
Nope,
Anyone that
I
I've
will.
said,
No.
right? Make sure you do that every time the new day comes. Water and grub, one goes down.
Okay.
If you've done something
Yeah,
like eat
I've got a
corpse,
question.
you please
I
go ahead. Mate.
forgot a quote. No, you've got to say it. Never mind, on you go.
If you've ate a corpse, you're fine. You had some delicious gristly bone. It was yummy. Scott ate some wasps. He's fine as well. You guys didn't. Oh, I mean, he did burst
I needed too
pupa,
much.
so you could munch one of them if you wanted. But yeah, if you've not, water and grub goes down by one. Every time you have a sleep, you mark that down one because that's part of the thing. Right, so final roll call. Who's going to hunt the Hell Riders? Rach,
That'll be me.
Bogart, Ulf, you going?
Was that really what you were going to do? Was go and hunt these guys down?
We are not going to
Well,
hunt them
we're
down.
looking.
We
I'm
are
not
just-
actually planning on engaging. I just want to see.
We want information. We want to know what we're up against.
Yes, I'm basically going because Bogart suggested it, and it's not a bad suggestion. And I don't want him to go alone.
Like their arc's going somewhere. Like,
Bogart just walks in with like the perfume and a tuxedo, and it's like, I own you now. Can I just roll my minutes away?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, Bogart just becomes a boss.
Yeah, that's
I mean, to be fair, I think that's going to be Scott's endgame. But yeah, I'm reluctant to put wasps. I'm reluctant to
King
put
of
bosses
wasps.
in the game. Yeah,
that's
I can
that's
see Bogart becoming a boss.
there we go. Okay, cool. So, sorry, Alf, what was your decision? You going with them or are you staying with Grey? I'll say you have a clear mission. You know what you should be doing, right? And it makes sense that some of you are going back to the Ark. Absolutely does.
You can
That is
make
also
sure
a
the
really
girls are
insane,
safe
like-
if you go back.
That's what I. The fact is, I don't know what I would tell the girls when I get back.
Your
That
mum's off to
their
Hampton
mother
and-
is trying to save us.
We
Oh,
didn't-
by the way, I have some seeds. I think something to do with this. Something grass. I don't know what grass is, but they're seeds.
It's a
Mm.
bag with the word grass written on it. It's not like a manufacturer. That'll be more interesting. Grass seeds.
For all we know, we
Well-
are actually able to eat grass. We don't know this. Like, we're mutant.
Depends what mutations you've
Yeah, that's
got.
true.
We might have two stomachs.
Or more.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay, so come on, we need to do something. Time's a wasting.
Oh, yes, it is. I told you my plan. So,
Right, okay, everyone that says they're going, I'm going to say it is definitely Flair, it's definitely Bogart, it is definitely Dodger. You just jump down off the trailer starts to move away. Grey and Alpha are on it, having not said they're going back or not made a decision. You guys start moving towards the...
Nah, I'll go with Flair and that.
Okay,
Flair's my buddy.
Alf looks back and thinks, they're going to need me. I've had to like put Flair's arms back on several times. So yeah, as you go away, Ulf
You're not
jumps off
wrong.
and walks towards you. Gray, you're now on the trailer by yourself with the other characters. So what we'll do is
with the other people.
I'm sort of reluctant at who to follow. Is there a chance, Scott, we could do a coming back in a moment because I really need to go to the toilet and I can't possibly hold it for another hour?
Yeah.
Let's have a break then. Yeah.
Yeah, we are going to have a short break for bathrooms, water, whiskey, beers, whatever anyone wants. We will see you soon.
Right, see you in a minute. Bye. Okay, hello, we're back. Sorry about that. I really need to do it up. Anyway, right, cool.
We've just been told to lose the glasses.
Yeah, what's that all about? Uh,
Alright. Okay.
okay, we did lose a bunch of viewers. Anyway, let's go back. Right,
Hey,
Lose your own glasses.
can't see.
briefly, just take them off and put them back on. There you go, you lost them. It's fine. You did it. There you go.
Right, okay, at this point, the camera pans. Which way is it going to go? Boom, it follows the main group, which are heading to look after the Hell Riders. So you jump down and you start to head along the road that you have came from. Now, previously, when you went along this road, you headed to the destination in mind. But this time you're not. You're looking for the Hell Riders. Flair,
Yes.
you're the one that knows how to do these kind of things. Now, you have many abilities available to you. However, I believe the best one for you would be Know the Zone. As you follow along
Do you
before
not
you
mean
reach...
find the path?
Right, settle down. Yeah, find the path.
I know my thing.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, find the path. You're absolutely correct. Find the path. Now, this basically is to look for obvious signs of the Hell Riders. So marks in the road, fresh kind of like bits where the tires have gone over things they might have done in a way.
Yeah.
We also
So,
want to know
give
how
me a nose.
close they are as well. You don't want to just like walk around the corner and be like, "Hi guys."
Got 2 successes.
2 successes is ample. As you travel the way you went previously, you notice that the road splits off, and you look and you see some disturbed earth on the side of the ground. It looks like one of them cut the corner and slid quite a little bit. This is about a day and a half old now because it was yesterday that you left them. But yeah, you see the slide mark. They definitely went this way, and you continue following it. Now, I believe you're know the zone. What do we call it? Find the path. Your find the path does give you
Yes.
some abilities as well. Is there anything else you're
It,
particularly looking for while you're doing this?
what does find the path do again? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's fine. Well, as you're doing that, so you continue along the path, looking for more signs of the Hell Riders. You travel deeper, sticking to the road though, because you assume that they just stuck to the road just for their vehicles to have worked. You do notice a building off to the side of you. It's in fairly good condition. You know, has the usual wear and tear of a zone weather on it. And above it, it does have a sign. The sign reads "Pet Clinic." And you just want to investigate, or do you want to continue?
It
Investigate.
doesn't seem to have
May as
any.
well.
I was gonna say, does it seem to have any noise coming from it?
So if you get a bit closer to it, there's no lights and there's no vehicles parked out front. If you're going to listen in, you can kind of go up to the doors and like have a bit of a
Was there
listen.
any like track marks leading there? Like they could have parked there, for instance, for like a couple of minutes and drove away.
Absolutely, yeah. So you have a look around. Usually, what you've noticed is when they turn around, they tend to make a real meal of it. Like they put their foot down and they spin the bike right around like real assholes. You don't notice that on the in the car park at all. So you would assume not, or maybe they just turn. Maybe they only do that when there's people watching, but you don't see anything obvious to show that they were there. When you kind of shake the door doesn't open, so it doesn't look like anyone's like went in here, or if they have, they've kind of like reboarded up the door, which doesn't really seem like their style. So yeah, before you're
There
in
could
front of a
be,
building, pet clinic, what would you like to do?
We
there could be
can
stuff
look
in there.
or just continue. We don't have any way to carry anything.
What time is? I was gonna say, what time
No.
is it?
This is going to be midday. You're probably talking 4 or 5 o'clock by this point.
So
Right.
the sun's fine, everything like that.
The sun's middle of the sky. Yeah, I mean you've got a good few hours
Yes.
worth of daylight.
Maybe we should just continue.
Let's continue until we need to rest.
Yes.
Absolutely
We
fine.
could
Yeah,
always have a look on the way home.
certainly could. So yeah, you make your way back to the road and you continue along the road. The next thing that happens, you had 2 successes, so you don't need to roll again unless you really, really want to. You continue moving through the next area, looking for dangers. You don't see any kind of like trash hawks or anything that you don't hear any buzzing noises. You do see some kind of movement off in the fields and things, the things that you might have to deal with if you left the road. But the
Okay.
next thing you come across is a ruined village.
Oh,
Now, these houses were not as sturdy as the ones you've came across in the past. A lot of them are collapsed. There is one or two that still have roofs and boarded up windows. They have the common theme that you've seen a lot of the villages that you've went by, which is signs on them saying "Do not enter," red plague victims inside, boarded up windows, that kind of stuff, biohazard signs. But there's no any noise from here. You're not hearing the thunderous roar of the motorbikes. You're not hearing anything obvious. You found various things that look freshly broken. It looks like when the Hell Riders have drove by, they've decided just to knock things down with their weapons, because again, they're those kind of assholes. And it looks like freshly broken. You find the occasional mark in the road where you can see they've ran over a bunny or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, they're real dicks. But yeah, there's a ruined village that you could choose to go through, or you could just continue on looking for the Hell Riders.
uh,
I love dangling things that I've wrote in front of you. You guys like, do I want this or not?
maybe we should just continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many spiders are hungry and you aren't feeding them. Okay, cool. Giant spiders. Yep, so you continue on to the next zone. This one strangely contains nothing. It's fields, no houses.
Muted.
But you'll need to do a no. It was find the path roll if you want to try and
Yep.
find anything here.
There are underground, innit?
No, there is a mark. No, I'm telling you.
Two successes again.
Oof. Rachel on fire. Yeah, this
Rachel
time.
causes fires.
I am fire.
You continue, and there's a slight noise. It's not close, but every now and again it's distant. And as you're traveling, you find a sign, and the sign says Hanley's multi-story car park and storage. 10 miles. It points the direction.
Hmm.
I'm going to write down the name I just made up there.
So the sound's coming from the direction of the car park.
It's a loud noise, and you know it's a car park somewhere.
Yes, we might have just got ourselves motorbikes.
Should we have a look? I say have a look. I mean walk all the way there.
If you think that there's sounds of vehicles, it might be worth a while.
Yes, we may have to be quiet though.
Very quiet. I do not want to get jumped.
It's very distant. The noise
No.
here was very faint. It could have been something traveling towards it. It could have been something going somewhere. But you're
Yeah.
noticing more signs of vehicles going back and forward. You notice heavier tread. And you're looking like things have been driving like abreast going up and down this road.
Or convoy kind of thing.
But you do have a location and a name of a location. It's going to take you some time to
Are
get there.
we walking on a track?
You're walking on a road.
Is there any way to walk like on the side of the road so we don't leave any print? No,
Yeah, it's called
we won't
sneaking.
leave it. Yeah, can we do some sneaky?
If you want to try and sneak, you absolutely can. However, it will take
It's gonna
time
take
because you're trying to
ages. Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. What do you think? I mean, will they be looking for tracks as they're driving along? Seems quite hard.
I do not think they will be looking for us yet, but when we get closer to the ark, there may be
Then we
scouts.
can sneaky sneak. Yes, I think that's a good idea.
Okay. So do you want to head the
I'm
direction of the?
trusting players' instincts for finding things. If he's saying
Yeah,
that it's quite a
I'm gonna head in
distance, there's no
that
point in sneaking yet.
Okay. Now, what I'll say is that just for the sake of brevity here, this is you have a direction and you've done your find the path roll. So you are just getting through as quick as you can. You're not looking for anything. You just want to get through as fast as you can. This is now 7, 8 o'clock at night. It's getting dark. Right. You all know that the zone is very, very dangerous at night. All the worst things come out to eat you at night.
Good
Do you
point.
want to try and find somewhere safe, or do you just want to press on?
Definitely find somewhere safe.
Find
Okay,
somewhere safe.
based on your previous roll, you do find a dilapidated shack a few hundred yards off of there. You could probably hide in there without any issue.
Well done.
Is that what you got to do? Okay.
What's the
Yeah.
condition of the shack?
Well, dilapidated, mate, means fucked up.
Okay.
Fall down, rubbish.
I'll
But-
take the first watch.
Okay. So yeah, are you going to light a fire or anything, or are you just going to
no.
like just?
Probably
Come
not.
on, light a fire.
Perhaps
Nah,
everyone
let's
should
not do that.
hydrate.
Yeah, hydrate, hydrate.
I saw it sitting there for ages, was like, I don't want to interrupt anyone.
So yeah, use make camp. You hide under. It's basically 3 walls and a collapsed roof and a collapsed wall. But yeah, you might just pull out some debris. It's all fairly rotten and soggy, but it'll keep the worst of the wind and the rain off you, and you're hidden. So you just kind of crawl in there, and the officer's going to take first watch. However, camera pans back. Light spins round, and we're now following the trailer. Gray, you're sitting in there. And it takes,
Yeah.
the tractor's not fast. The tractor is powerful and it can pull heavy things, but it's not quick.
Yeah, it's
But yeah,
chugging
time
along.
passes. It's chugging along. Just. But yeah, it's absolutely fine. Red seems a bit on edge since most of the team left. You see her kind of crawl up for a vantage point, and she's scanning constantly, paying a lot of attention to the road behind you, looking for things. But she does check beside the road and that as well, because she's aware of other dangers. And Maddie and Dwight are doing hee-haw. They're just sitting picking their noses and scratching their arse. Typical grunt behaviour when they've not got a job to do. But yeah, time passes, and you pull up to what is widely regarded as the front of the arc, where the road leads to.
Honk, honk.
Now this
Everyone panics.
this is an event. Like at first there's a few mutants scatter, and then a lot of mutants are kind of peeking out from behind things. You see a lot of weapons raised.
Oh, it's us!
Some notice you, like you see whispering amongst themselves, shouting, like, these gearheads are just standing in utter amazement at the thing, just pointing like, oh, she found one, oh my god, she found one. There's grunts that are kind of looking dejected because they know who the hell's going to have to unload that thing. Like, shit. Like, we've got a lot of work to do. But you do see some of the acolytes running off in the direction of the church, and you see 1 or 2 of Hannibal's men who have just been kind of loitering, just generally bullying people in about the arc, scamper off towards it. And you do see one person, Julie, who you recognise. She looks up to you and she waves. And she like, are you stopping? And she comes over to us. Why is there so few of you? Where's the rest of the team?
Oh, they found some tracks. So, oh yeah, there's these like bikers that we should probably put up these defenses pretty quick.
Slow down. Bikers?
Yeah, there's another faction in the wasteland. They seem to have things they call bikes. They have 2 wheels, but they can go on and they don't fall over or anything.
She is a member of the kind of the O'Brien's team, so she's aware of motor vehicles. She's like, bikes, because there's some mental rhythm. It's like, okay, I can see how that works. And you met them, and were they friendly?
Oh no, they're terrible. They
Oh,
want to eat us or something. I don't know what, something like that. Anyway, we should definitely put these fences up.
okay. Are you going to take them back to Hannibal?
Wait, I was supposed to do that, wasn't I? Yes.
Or okay, right. Okay, yeah, I'll go and tell O'Brien what you've done. Where did you get this? Pointing to the tractor.
Oh, she's beautiful, isn't she? Like hugging the tractor.
Like, O'Brien's been desperate for like a motor vehicle, and you just went out yesterday and just came back with a working. This doesn't look like what he said, but this is the same idea. What's it called?
I think it's a tractor.
Right, okay, a tractor. It's not the word he used. I'm sure he said motor car or motor carriage. Okay. And how does it work? And you kind of see her start to like try to lift like the hood and whatnot, and like look underneath it, and like, can I look in here? And
Yeah, go ahead. You feed it like alcohol, and then it just goes.
that explains the kind of the smell. Yeah. Okay. Wow. And like and the battery in it. This is quite well made. This is it? Did you make this?
But I didn't make the battery, no.
No, you had the battery and you got this working, but someone else had put it together.
No, I didn't
Just
make
say
any
yes.
I didn't make this, no. I'm not gonna lie to another person who's into this like gearhead kind of.
You could have went down as history of the first person to make a car amongst the mutants.
Any gearhead that comes up to this is going to recognize his old world. Like, you guys are amazing, but when you make stuff, it is like a paper clip and a lot of duct tape, and then like it might explode all the time.
If I
But
claim
it
to have
works.
made this, I'm gonna lose rep with all the other gearheads, so I'm not gonna claim to have made it.
Like, it's weird that she announces this to nobody, but Julie's like, okay, you're right. I would have known if you had made this. This has been fashioned. We could make this, but this would take us months. Like, if you could have just made this yesterday, but wow, it's amazing. What a great find.
Well, tell you what, let's just unhook the trailer, and the grunts can deal with all of that stuff, and we'll take the tractor directly to O'Brien.
Dwight and Maddie look very sad when you say that. But then they kind of look over and they shout to some other grunts that they recognise, and various unnamed NPCs come over, and they go, "Do you want us to take this back to Hannibal?"
Yeah, he'll be really excited and happy that you did this. So yeah.
Okay. Maddie and Dwight are like, okay, we'll let him know that yous are back. Okay, we'll drag this, and you kind of see like they uncouple the tractor and they go at the side bits that they've got to push, and they're standing in like all the shit and mud of the ark, and it's such a real pain in the ass. But like, you know, they manage to turn it and they push it off in the way of Hannibal's of the armory. But yeah, they make their way off, and you're just left there with Julie. It's like, oh, do you want to take this back uh, to O'Brien? Or what do you want to
Yes,
do with it?
absolutely. Let's go and let him have a look.
He's going to be made up. So yeah, and you just trundle off, and the tractor does move a bit quicker now. It's not got a heavy ass trailer on it, not much quicker, like, but you know. But again, there's just people. You notice, I forget your girl's names, Charlotte and
Heather.
just Heather. Charlotte, and Heather. You see Charlotte and Heather, come running over, because they've heard all the commotion. Auntie, hold on, it's me, Jester. Auntie Grace. Where's our mum?
Oh, she's hunting bikers. She'll be back soon. Don't worry.
Bikers?
Yeah.
Biker Grove? Nope, that's not right. It's me, Jester. Hey there. Where's me? Oh, where's me? Where's me mother? No, that's not right.
This just turned into Hot Fuzz.
It's hard. But you go here. E up. No, no, than that. Hold on. I can't do it now. I'll come back to it. Where's our mum?
She's
Bikers.
hunting bikers.
What are bikers?
They have machines called bikes, and we go about on them, and they kill people.
And mum's gone by herself?
No, there's other people with her. Don't worry. Also,
Huh.
she does like loads of fire. Did you know that? Like way
Yeah,
more than you think.
She cooks dinner with us for us sometimes using the fire. It's
She
weird.
could
to be
cook a
honest.
house with that.
She just does a little bit. She just lights the fire with the fire. It's
Oh, she can do
weird.
way more. Get her to show you sometime. It's great.
You seem to think about it like that would be cool if she just like used all the fire all the time.
I'd laugh if she
Try not
gets
to set the
all
arc on fire.
ones when she's doing it to show up for the girls.
She
It's
just
just
I
horrifying.
just grow a second head.
Okay.
Hey, we have another mother.
But she's safe though, yeah. Did she say when she's coming back?
No. But don't worry, because fire!
Okay. Well, I mean, as long as she's safe. Where are you going?
We're gonna see O'Brien. Do you want to come?
No, really? No, of course we will. And they jump in the back of the tractor and kind of come with you. One
We're
of them, of
having a
course,
party.
they're like, "Way!"
Give the
On the
trombone
tractor.
to one of them to have a go at.
all surprisingly good with his trombone with no practice.
It's a mutant thing. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it.
One of my mutations is playing musical instruments. So yeah, you all jump in the back and you head towards the fix pit. And like, as you get to the fix pit, like you see kind of Brian, like O'Brien there, arms folded, just like kind of nodding approvingly at this. There was like you've made his life, and then the rest of the guys are just kind of watching around, like, are you going to bring this in? Are we going to take it apart? What are we going to do with it? Just here it is. So yeah, so Brian walks up to you. So what are we going to do with this then?
Well, if we can figure out how it works, we can make more.
As you've said that, there's already two gears, like legs popping out the top of it, just like, so the combustion comes from here, and then the electricity comes from here, and this is very clever. This combines. This is far more advanced than we thought. If we take this apart, we could probably reproduce it on a smaller scale. We could probably make a couple of things out of this. We could probably make 2 vehicles out of this if you let us.
I go for it.
Okay, so I like the fact that this was meant to be used to go and get more security fencing. Immediately abandoned that idea.
I'm a gearhead. They said they're gonna make
To
stuff
be
that's
fair,
cool.
we can get 2 smaller trailers and take them with the other vehicles.
To be fair, use many things you could do. So yeah, they pull it into the fix pit, and there's a like the Pikachu stuff, like the hole in the floor that they get into. They drive across that. You see them start pulling bits off. They get to the wheels, are pulling the wheels off. Within an hour, they've kind of like there's bits and pieces of this lying everywhere. And they pull the frame outside, and then you see them, the frame they've got. They start to put things together. It's like this won't be as powerful, but we'll certainly have something. We'll have a viable machine. One will be yours straight away. If we keep the other one, though, we can maybe use it for things. But let me think. There was you, the other 4, so you need at least 5 seats. We'll make sure there's enough for 7 people. I think they used to call them a minivan. We'll get you that. We'll armor it up so it can take a few hits. We'll make sure it runs on the booze. Do you want a windshield? I don't know if we'll have a windshield, but we'll work out something so that it doesn't hit you in the face so bad. But
Okay,
give
cool.
us 3-4 days. We'll have this up and running. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
I'm like, I've already got my arms in one of the machines. Like, yeah.
Oh, are you staying to help? Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, I thought, did you not have an appointment with Hannibal?
Like, oh yeah.
I mean, look, we're happy for the help, but I mean, I think he owes you some bullets or something. I mean, you can stay if you want. I mean, but,
Oh, it's
but
something.
bullets is
I
bullets. I
better go
mean,
and see him.
I was going to say, Richard's just sitting there like, I wish Ulf went back.
Just
Julie
wiping
was
oil
there
on
to
myself.
greet yous. Like they're tearing apart your tractor. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, well, look, you're welcome here anytime. There's a bed for you anytime you want it. I'll make sure there's food for you here as long as you're in the Ark.
Oh, you're so sweet. I give him a peck on the cheek.
Eh,
And I smile at him with all of my hundreds of tiny teeth.
Yeah, I mean, he's a half monkey man. He's got really
Yeah,
he
yeah.
he pat with a giant monkey out. Thanks. And he just keeps he just puts his mechanic cap on, his gloves, his oversized gloves, and he just goes over and starts pulling bits off. Because that's how gearheads do things. They just rip things apart and but they're putting something together that looks pretty special. It's already shaping up, but they're making sure it's sturdy and durable for you.
We carefully rip things apart.
Yeah, they rip them apart, but with this level of skill that only years of practice kind of from ripping things apart. Yeah, and you're going to head over towards Hannibal. So as you approach, you see. Let me make sure I get the names right because they all have names. Nope, not the water seller. We don't know what happened to him. Arc factions, main boss, and Hannibal's unit. Okay, now, Rachel, which was the one that you hated? Was that Baracus?
Yes, that's the guy.
Okay. You notice that Baracus is sitting outside on a kind of ruined couch. He has got bandages around both of his legs, and there's some crutches sitting beside him. And he appears to have sustained some rather heavy wounds to his legs.
Oh boy.
Well, yeah, but without further investigation, we know. But he's just kind of he's looking kind of awfully solemn, like he's maybe regretting some decisions he's made in his life. But standing by the door is who should we have by the door? Who's that? That's Bosco. Who is just a tall, well-muscled mutant that you've seen around the arc. He's got the usual kind of like looks relaxed. He's got like a large spear over his shoulder. He sees you coming. Is great, good. The grunts brought back the goods earlier on. They're digging through it around the back now. I think Hannibal's around there if you want to speak to him.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem.
That's what-
One of the other grunts has been lazing about, just comes and grabs you and just pulls you around and go around the back of the building. And yep, sure enough, the trailer is there. And Hannibal's just kind of standing, like looking serious, not doing any work whatsoever, but just like supervising really, really hard, like only an officer can
yeah,
do. Yes, lift that
you that,
better.
yeah.
Yes, you there, work harder. You there, do the thing.
Clearly, you're doing this wrong. Do it this way, and motion's the exact way he's doing it.
Yeah.
This motion's a slightly less efficient way of doing things.
Yeah,
It'll be more
yeah.
move you guys back. Make sure you lift with a jerking motion and twist your spine as much as you can. But looks angrily. Hand kind of like almost on his gun, like he's getting angry at them for not immediately putting the fence up. But yeah, they're sorting things into a pile. Maddie and Dwight are putting it into the pile that you described. So the bits and pieces are all over the place, but where they need to be. Hannibal kind of sees you coming, nods at you. He's done well. Hold on. Where's the other ones?
Oh, we met a gang. They've gone off to see what they're up to.
Processing. Like, okay. Gang?
They call themselves the Hell Drivers?
Nods. I've heard talk. There's the stalkers I've mentioned in Red. And Red is kind of like just leaning against the wall smoking. She's nods. It's like, yeah. Some of the guys have came back and said they've seen things out there. Sounds like a bunch of slavers to me. When did you meet them?
Oh, we met them on the way to the fence place.
How far were they from the Ark?
Oh, good God.
They were not far at all. Like
Not
half a
very
day's
far.
journey. Half a day's journey.
Okay. They were half a day's journey.
He nods. He's like, close. Wonder how quick we can get this fencing up. I'm going to have to. We have to work with other bosses to get this up fast. We have to threaten a lot of these lazy bastards. And he looks at the grunts that are doing stuff.
The
We have to
grunts
threaten a lot
are
of these lazy bastards.
sweating, exhausted, still
Oh yeah,
lifted stuff.
drenched in sweat, working faster than you could possibly ask anybody to do, just dragging things off, singing their grunt songs about working super hard, and like not being appreciated by anybody. But yeah, these lazy
I'm
bastards.
like they're going, hi ho.
Yeah.
It's off to old fences we go. They said much sadder songs like hi ho, I hope no one treats me right.
Oh
Anyway, so yeah, they're doing
no,
that.
oh no, it's off to
They'll,
build our
they'll beat me
fence.
if I don't go. Anyway, so yeah. Right, okay. So they've went to find them. That seems dangerous. Why would they do that?
You know, I didn't ask them. They just sort of took off.
Interesting. Okay, right. Well, so they've went off to investigate some incredibly dangerous people with no backup, and we don't know where they've gone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which one of you is the smart one? I'm gonna guess you.
In some ways.
Right. Okay. I'm sure they'll do some recon and then come back. I'm sure they wouldn't be daft enough to pick a fight with a giant gang of slavers.
No, I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm sure at least they've got all their mutations, so they'll be able to get away fast. Anyway, that's fine. Okay, right. Well, that's fine. Okay.
Oh, it's the sweat slightly.
Yeah, I should have put up more of a fight to this. Right, well, me and you will go and get something to eat while these lazy bastards get this all done. Work starts tonight and goes through the night, and then you'll get your grub in the morning. Okay, so keep moving. And he shouts over Face. Face, make sure they're doing what they're paid for. and we'll start at the front of the gates and we'll work our way around. Maybe go and grab a gearhead or two and see if they can help put up the fence. Go to the Dawn Vault and speak to name I will remember in a second. to Hanneth and see if she's willing to give us some help for doing this. Maybe even go and speak to O'Brien and see if he's got any of these guys to help. Right, I want word with you, Gray. More inside. He takes you inside. Do you want a drink?
Yes. Water, please.
Looks he's like, what? Okay. Goes to a fridge. A fridge. A fridge is not plugged in. It's more of a unit for storing things. Opens up. And hands you. It's like, right. I seen you investigating the trailer. Do you know who made it?
Oh yeah, it's got Spanish mark all over it.
I thought you'd realise that. Have you told anyone?
Maybe some people? I don't remember, actually.
Just your group then. Okay. That's fine. Have you ever found a battery in your travels?
One of these.
Right, okay, good.
Gray's just like, here you go, Hannibal, here's everything you need for your plan.
Look, he's just... Look, this makes sense because he's just asked me who I've told.
Oh no, I understand. I'm just
Okay,
laughing.
I'll just do the thing you like. There you go.
If it makes you, his hand's nowhere near his weapon at this point. Right, come here. Go downstairs. I've got something to show you. Come to this darkened basement. I've got something
Don't
to show
do it,
you.
Mary. Don't do it.
I mean, I'm all for basements.
Dear
but
Spanner, you're now his prisoner with him. You're his cellmate.
As you're saying that, you do notice that there's two other enforcers in the room with you. Boone is there, and so is Manny. Sorry, not Manny. Dirk. Dirk's not an enforcer. Dirk's a retired stalker. He was one of the slightly older mutants in the arc who used to go out ranging, and after receiving some horrible injuries, he's doesn't go out as much anymore. He's only got one leg. He walks with a crutch and a kind of a prosthetic, which is effectively a table leg that was cut to size and attached to his leg. Yeah, he has one eye and he's got like a bandage around it that's just really there so no one can see the horrible mess of his face. But the motion you kind of follow him.
It's like...
If only Richard was there to go,
Sorry, it makes life easier for me.
Basement sounds good. Yeah, okay.
He looks at you and he kind of smiles like, you're not in any danger. Well, not in much danger. You've been a big help to us. What you've done here is going to put me... I've basically sent out a team and came back and delivered. You're a hero of the Ark. I'm going to be leader of the Ark. Leaders need heroes to do their dirty work. So come on. And he takes you down the stairs, and they're quite substantial. They go down a bit deeper than you expect. This isn't just like a shallow basement where you keep like some tins of paint. It's like quite expansive. Like, oh, this must have been used for holding something. And it takes you down, and it's a wide open space. It looks like this is used as a sleeping area for the guys that work with Hannibal. There's a concrete room off to one side with a metal door and some bars on it. And then towards the back room is a massive area that has double doors on it. I'm sure we'll be back in a moment. Now, as you come down the stairs, you notice a face kind of pop up. It doesn't get right to the top of the door, but you notice like a little snout kind of pops out and then pops back. Now, you would recognise that Spanner. But he doesn't say anything, and Hannibal doesn't even look over. He takes you towards the door, and he points to it and says, "This is why I've been looking for a battery." And on the door it just says emergency supplies. It's a large metal door, and it's got some kind of complicated electronics beside it, which you can see somebody's been working on. But being a gearhead, you know the missing components here. Missing components, battery. There's some kind of electronic locking system built into this, and it needs to be installed to open this.
Oh.
This is why I've been looking for a battery. Didn't want anyone to know about it, but I think now's the time. as one of the saviours of the Ark, and me as one of the leaders of the Ark, I think they'll overlook a kidnapping. Who cares about kidnapping? We just kill each other every day. If you get this open for me, there's a place for you by my side. You be head gearhead. You can be leader of the gearheads. You can call yourself queen of the gearheads for all I care. Lead engineer. There you go. But we need this open. And that's what you do notice his hand does straight towards his gun. Why don't you run to work with me?
Oh yeah.
Excellent. Well, you must be tired. When you get your head down, you can start work in the morning. I'll make sure you get a good breakfast. And the camera pans out and zooms back into our friends. Now, the night passed. Without anything eventful, Alf stood watch, and then the rest of us took a turn. Mutants don't need a whole hell of a lot of sleep, and as soon as the sunlight starts creeping in, you just wait for it to get to rise, and some of the kind of scarier denizens of the arc make a lot less noise. There's no kind of weird barking noises or howls or weird kind of noises, and nothing's eating you. You have a location in mind. Do you want to continue heading towards it? He
Yep.
says to Flare, Dodger, Bogger, and Ulf.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep going.
Okay, absolutely fine. So yeah, you traverse the distance. You knew exactly where you're going. You're trying to stay off the road. Now at this point, you do keep hearing noises. Sometimes it's what you recognise as engine sounds, and other times it's screams. And other
That's not good.
times, and then one time you hear a fucking loud. It's weird because you hear like a whistling noise going through the other. You see some smoke kind of drift off. It's not precisely where you're going, but that was weird. In the distance, so you do see a large kind of monolithic shape. Dark, but there's lights over it. One might recognise them as spotlights. It's a couple of miles out though. But you've noticed that the sound of thunder, which you recognise as onions, is engines, rises and lowers, but there's something going on over there.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep going.
Is everyone going?
I think I'll stay back and be like this and let me know what you find.
Let me know if you
Of
die
course.
by not coming back. So,
Players
I
going,
will.
I'm going.
Right.
I'll go.
So 3 is
I'll,
going.
go. I'll stay with Bogart instead.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. So you two stay
I'm,
back.
I'm only doing it because my stealth fucking sucks ass.
Absolutely fine. What I'll say is that you know where the road is, and again, every now and again, there is small structures you can go and hide behind. There's things you like, roads drop off of it. So you can just go and sit down on a path and just stay there. This isn't a game where we're going to make you roll a sneak check every time you want to go and hide behind a wall. Of course you can. So you can do that. You can just sit and chat. But the main two, Alf's going, Flair's going, Dodger, are you not going or are you going?
Nah, I'm staying with Bogart.
Okay, so you're just sitting there playing with your dog, and Bogart's just talking your ear off about why you should be a capitalist. Now, you get closer, and of course the noise gets louder. There is like a raised area that you could go up if you want to try and get a top-down view, or you can approach it head on. You can try and do a wide circle and come around from the back. How would you like to do this? If you were doing this, how would you
Maybe
like to accomplish such a task? So I'm not saying the other thing.
Hmm.
Bit wordy.
maybe get a view from like a higher point, like you just said. Maybe try that first.
Absolutely fine. Right now, how are you doing this? Are you just going to go up to the high bit and hope nobody sees you, or do you just want to start doing some sneak rolls? Sneak, not stealth.
Definitely doing some sneak.
Now, as I have learned, you cannot share these rolls. However, depending on how well you roll, I'll see how I want to do it. So, who's doing sneaky sneak? Are you using any special skills? What are you doing?
I'm 2
Flair.
successes on sneak.
Flair's particularly stealthy.
Why is that not working? Have I just crashed? What? What's happened?
I can roll it for you if you want.
Please.
Oh, you got 2 as well. Motherfucker. That's been much better if you said roll poorly. Okay, cool. So yeah, right. So use crawl. Use beeline off the side of the track and use find a kind of raised area that's looking down on this. The road did kind of go down into an area. It's like a sheltered area. And you just go up the hill and you just look down, and what you see before you is indeed some kind of vehicle storage facility. Looking down, you see a lot of movement. There's a large fence around it, not quite a security fence, but a well maintained fence that looks like they've maybe built it themselves. It's like large bits of wood and metal have been pushed in the ground, and then razor wire put around about it. The building itself isn't as big as the Ark, but it is multi-story. There's probably about 8 stories on it. You can see on the roof of it what looked like how do you describe it? Like a cauldron. You'd recognize a cauldron, a barrel that's got objects on either side of it, and some kind of mechanisms and about it. There is volunteers in rags working at the outside of the building
Oh.
itself. They are digging holes. They are putting up barriers, spikes in the ground. You also see some of these people are being impaled on the spikes. Some are dressed in regular clothes. Some look like volunteers, and some are dressed in ways you've never seen before. There's one that's dressed in kind of robes and has an abnormally large head that is just lying limp on the large spikes. There's only one road into this, and to go around the side, you could go around the side, but there's no obvious road in from the back. It seems to split off and then go back onto the main area, onto the main road.
Okay.
It's unclear what this was originally built for, but it looks like it was built to be kind of hidden and to store a lot of vehicles. You also see large kind of rectangular boxes that you see hell drivers come in and out of. There is multiple vehicles. Quick count, 20, maybe 30. And then you
Shit.
see multiple vehicles that are in various states of disrepair, kind of dotted around the back. There's no telling how many are on the floors of the
Get the
storage facility
notes
itself.
started written.
But yeah, this is
Okay.
a fairly busy settlement, and it looks like there's a reason they didn't agree to leave. It looks like people that try to leave or do wrong face some kind of pretty horrific punishment.
Yeah. Ulf, I think it's best we go back now. This is not a good idea.
Do they have any
Sure.
idea of the numbers of people or mutants there?
You can absolutely do that, yeah, even without a rule.
He's not there.
I meant for you too. Even I'm not going to make you roll to like try and count. I mean, they've gone up there specifically to spy on them and see what they've
Yeah.
got. More vehicles than you expected to see. You see, it's hard to gauge numbers because those boxes probably have got people inside them, but easily 30, 40 volunteers. They're easier to spot because they're dressed in the rags. They've got the kind of weird bags over the head. They've clearly got almost like a uniform for the volunteers, so they know. And you see they're treated horrifically if they're not doing something fast enough, or just sometimes when hell drivers walk by, they just smack them with kind of like brutal looking weapons. As for the hell drivers, you see them tearing around on the dirt bikes. You see them working the cars. They appear to be big burly bastards. A lot of them are just taking big long swigs out of large jugs, and then some are showing signs of mutation, much like your own. You see a couple spitting fire. Um, yeah, there's easily more than 60 hell drivers.
Hmm. Uh, where are they filling up their vehicles? Are they filling them up in the place?
It's not obvious. first. How long do you want to spend watching?
Half an hour at most.
Okay. Within that half hour, you don't see anyone filling up a vehicle, so to speak. You see them working on vehicles, but yeah, it's not obvious how they're filling them up. You want to spend some more time watching to see what happens?
I'll get another half hour, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. In that next half hour, you see a vehicle, not the pickup truck that you've seen, but a different one. It looks more like it's bigger, thicker wheels by the side of it, and it has something much like the cauldron you've seen on the roofs of the building on the back, and it comes tearing in from the opposite direction that yous have came, with two dirt bikes beside it, and a very, very large Helldiver gets out of it. Long blonde hair, armored. From this distance, hard to tell whether it's a man or woman, but very like, Alf, you're big. This person's really fucking big.
If it's the leader, it'll be a woman because the guy mentioned it was a woman.
Could be.
Could be, or it could just be an enforcer.
Could be any number of things, couldn't it? Who would know? Maybe you should try and get closer and find out.
No.
Maybe she's friendly.
No. Yeah.
Ooh.
To be
Maybe
fair, with
they're
my
friendly.
manipulate role, I could probably marry her.
Is there
It's okay, her vision is based on movement.
yeah.
What I'd say is that as you're watching, you see as soon as they tear in, she just slides to halt, actually knocking down one of the volunteers and just parks on top of them, gets out, and you see her just kind of like do something. You're not sure what she done, but she appeared to raise her leg and then stamp it down, and then walks on. Immediately, some other volunteers drag something away and throw it in a pit, and then others come up and they have these large kind of canisters on their shoulder, and they empty it into the back, and then they run back into the building, the main structure with the canisters. As you watch the large kind of individual walk back to the building, one of the Helldivers bumps into her. Then an altercation takes place, and you see her lift the individual above her head and slam him straight down onto a spike that's coming out the ground, and then walk on.
The spike was the spike originally there.
The spike was effectively this. It's a proper Mad Max compound, right? So
I wasn't sure if this was
spikes
her.
for no reason.
I wasn't
Imagine
sure
like
if
a
this was her
Thunderdome kind of scenario.
mutation.
No, she just literally like there was just like there, almost like they put around there because she seems to enjoy doing this. Because you notice a few of these lying around, and you see she walks off towards the side of the multi-story complex, and there's a large rectangular box. She goes inside it. I said she six times, so yeah, it's definitely a woman. I didn't mean to, but I did give it away immediately. So
Yeah, I realised that. I was like, it's a woman. And I've
as soon as
written
you
it
said
down.
it, I was like, yeah,
It's okay.
yeah.
Ulf, I think we should go back and tell everyone. This is very bad.
It's probably
Very,
for the
very
best.
bad.
Yeah. I'll head back.
Yeah.
If we need a stealth roll, I'll just carry the second success over.
No, not at all. That's fine. He's rolled to high enough the first time. He's retraced your steps. And he's get back to the group. You find them. He's kind of like hiding out of sight where he's left him.
Bogart,
you
we're
get
in
on?
trouble. We're in trouble. You are right to for us to follow. They're a very, very big compound. Lots and lots of vehicles. However, there's also lots of big people. You know, I think they would crush us.
It's not good.
No, it's quite terrifying, actually.
Did you
I
get
don't
some
think
numbers?
we could take them. About 60. But they have people working there. I believe not by choice. Is about 40. So it is
Well,
a lot of people. We would be lucky if we survived.
we have the numbers advantage if it was just the 60. Volunteers may be a problem.
Yes, but I think they're all big and, terrifying. And this lady, oh, blonde hair, absolutely terrifying. She has armor on, and she picked the guy up by his neck and on his bike. It was pretty impressive, but also terrifying again. I would not like to speak to that lady.
Yeah, she seems reasonable.
They
To be
seem to be
fair,
doing.
the art's not that much different. I've seen people kill people for looking at them
You
funny.
haven't seen someone this big.
Okay, to point out, look at the size of
Nope,
Ulf.
she is bigger than Ulf.
He's bigger than Ulf.
Yes.
Um,
Terrifying.
How much bigger than Ulf?
Like
About a
this
foot.
much.
She killed 2 people in the half an hour, the 10 minutes you were watching her.
Yeah, I don't even think she was angry. I think she was just,
As
normal.
terrifying as this is, this may be an advantage to us. They're clearly only working for her out of fear. It
Not
means
necessarily.
we could maybe turn this.
No, what I'm thinking is you want to disrupt the vehicles. What you need to do is take out what they're running the vehicles on. They happen to have whatever they're making inside the compound. If you take that out, they can't run their vehicles, right?
Getting
I
into the
could always
compound
set
could be a
fire
problem.
to the compound with the
That would be the
substance
yeah,
that would blow. That
we
would
would
be
need to
fun.
get close to it. That's what I was saying. We would need a small
It's
group to
true.
go in and do what we need to do, and it's probably going to be a suicide mission, though. To be fair, because if there's a lot of them there, as
I
long as we
think it
manage to
would
take it
be.
out,
Yes,
it disrupts everything.
I'm not sure I would like to die just yet.
Well, we've got some information. We have ideas.
Yes,
take this
we
back to
will
the
need
ark.
to go and speak to everyone else.
Perhaps there may be some mutants that can deal with getting in. Perhaps some of the bosses may be able to hack this compound, but we need to be prepared. How many vehicles did they have?
Probably
I
one for every.
counted about 30. It could be more.
You counted 30 large vehicles,
Mhm.
the ones that had the 4 wheels. It was unclear how many bikes they had.
Oh, I'm
Probably
not
a
sure
vehicle
about
for
bikes.
every.
There might be a lot more bikes.
This means
Probably going to be a vehicle for every person.
Probably.
oh, this is a massive problem. I was
Exactly.
hoping they
How many-
couldn't get all these numbers to attack the ark at once. They all have a vehicle they could all fill up.
I could
How
blow up
many roads is there?
the fuel.
Sorry, Logan, what was your question, mate?
How many entrances, roads they can get in and out?
Effectively, there's a main road went by the
One.
compound, and what I describe as basically there's one road in, and then it kind of splits. You can when you come out of car park, you can go one way or the other. So it's like a main road goes by, and then it's this area that it's in that's basically kind of sheltered. It looked like it was what we would recognise as some kind of military installation that was deliberately built in a way that there wasn't many ways to get around about it or into it. But mutants don't know that. But that's what I was trying to get across. So
So I was
there's
going
one.
to say
Sorry.
we could block the roads and trap them in, if you get me.
It would
Well,
work.
see, before we go any further with this conversation, we'll pick up there. However, the camera pans and goes back to the arc. And Gray, you are standing before the doorway. You have the battery in your hand, and you play. Do you want to put it in and try and get the store working?
I sort of glance at the people I assume are watching me.
Yep, they'd get up. Yep, there's a few more of them have now turned up. And they'll just kind of stand there, arms crossed, hands near their weapons, just staring at you, smiling, but not smiling with their eyes.
They're just like,
smiling.
okay, and start working on it and start putting the battery in.
Fury rig roll, please.
Yes. Hang on. Because it's no, I wouldn't get that because that's comprehend. Do I get anything that helps with this?
Sheer terror. +2 for terror.
Well,
Just-
does the bosses not have an ability to improve your score?
I'm just seeing if I get.
Andy's asking what he missed. It's like, mate, so much, mate. Honestly, watch the stream again. Watch the last 10 minutes
doesn't
once we
count
go off.
either.
It's well worth it.
No, okay,
I was
just
very excited when
plain.
you was going to meet the hell drivers, and I was trying to make them as scary as I could. 'cause they're-
Where's my jury rig on? There it is.
Yes.
Right, just a plain jury rig then. Oh, nothing.
a fail.
Yeah, I
Do you want
fail.
to push,
Are you
do you want to
pushing
push
You
the
could
roll?
push it. You could push it.
Yes.
So remove one dice and roll for me 66, please.
If I just press the push, will that do that?
No. See if you just roll me
Mm.
66 instead of set like just in the side
Okay.
roll. Just do that. It'll work fine.
Okay. Right.
But you are going to take. It's going to be basically a panic roll. Grey
Yeah,
is
I
going to
am.
lose. Wits. Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Two
That's fine,
fails
got
and a success.
That's fine. The fails don't count because you got the success.
Okay.
I'll say so. First of all, remove as you put it in. It doesn't work, and you're like, oh my god! No. So take the damage to your wits overall. Put your wits from what are you setting up for wits?
5.
5. So put that down to 4. So one should be in red.
Oh, hang on. Press the wrong
As
thing.
you
There
put
we
it
go.
in, because like you're like, oh my god, what
Yeah.
am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I do? What am I do? If this doesn't work, they're not gonna be happy. They're not gonna be happy. And then you remember, no, you've got it around the wrong way. Put it around the other way, and nothing happens.
Right.
And then some lights click on. Zzz. A panel opens beside the door. Big red button that says open on it.
And sort of look back at them again and then look at the button.
They look at you, they nod, and they
Push the button.
Push it.
as you do that, the door slowly opens. And we'll leave it there for next week.
Yeah, I knew that was fun.
So yeah, the door is opening. You have met the Hell Drivers. Thank you very much, everyone, for turning up tonight. I appreciate it no end.
Thank you.
Do we have anything we'd like to plug? Me, Planet Check Gaming, Insta, go to that. Also, come and see me at Comic Con this weekend. I'm not like a guest or anything, but just come and say hi, give me a high five, and take a picture of me.
Or slap his off.
Or slap my ass, yeah, because I'll be wearing a Spider-Man costume, so if I've got to slap my ass, that'll be the same part for the course. I've got my shape pants on, so my butt will look good. Logan, what you doing this week? What you doing this week, mate? Anything you want to...
For Acme.
Just fucking promote something.
I'm going to Acme. What
Hey!
Drive of the
That's right.
Drive and Spider-Man. So you can slap my ass if you wanted or not.
Way!
Can't
We'll
complain.
slap each other's asses respectively. That's cool.
You definitely need to get that picture of the
Essentially.
Spider-Mans pointing to each other. When
That's-
he's above
yeah.
Oh
there.
yeah.
Yes.
That happens every Comic Con that
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, but it's you
Richard-
guys, so
Yeah, so it's cool. Richard, promote something.
There's a couple of wrestling shows this weekend that I'm doing, but if everyone's going to Acme, don't worry about it because you go and see Good Man Lee and Logan and everyone else that's going there. Apart from that, nothing to promote at
God.
all.
Oh, that's sad. Okay, Mary, promote stuff.
I can make emotes for you and draw illustrations and stuff. So give me money and then I do that. That is how it works.
Yeah, give
Pretty
Mary
much.
money. Everyone should give Mary money. Just give her money to do things. She'll paint things for you, draw things for you. But apparently, she's does a lady demonstrator now. So you know,
Damascus.
send you pictures of her dressed like that.
Oh, good God.
Could be her
Alright.
stepping on things. I don't know.
Someone said
God.
that bad word in the
Wait, is that
chat.
what I'm doing in my channel now?
It was
Fuck's sake.
Andy,
Yeah.
my mate Andy said ass slap, and they took him out of that. They timed him out for saying ass. Right?
Yeah.
See,
Really?
Right, we need to
I
add
said
that
fuck.
to the
yeah,
allowed
say
words.
ass. So Mary, she's Fluffgar. Give her money, and if you give her enough money, she'll dress as a vampire lady and step on something for you.
Step on something for you, yeah.
All right,
Sorry,
fine.
you made the choice. That's what she's famous for. Rach,
Something
promote
for them.
something.
Tomorrow night we have D&D. Richard forgot his old game.
Yes.
Wednesday. Wednesday we have vampires
Highs with
Uh,
Gordo.
with Gordon. Yes.
Sly.
Bye.
That's
Marvel.
That's it. Yeah.
Cool. Scott, promote something.
Well, subscribe, like,
Yeah,
follow, whatever
subscribe.
it is.
The other thing, follow,
Wherever you're on
subscribe.
this, and apparently Lee has been putting things on Instagram. Things.
There'll be a lot of Insta content this weekend because I'll take lots of pictures. I'll try and get pictures of streamers and stuff.
Yeah, man. Our friend Working Class Hero is also with Wrestling with the News, which is the wrestling show that he was on about.
Yeah.
Trying to think of other things. Had a few people follow us recently that have been streams. I need to get a list of them because like they are good. I've watched a few of them and that, and I enjoy them, and yeah, definitely got to be some of them follows.
Yeah, do that. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm Lee Mac 001. Logan's Mr. Purple. Richard is Working Class Hero with some underscores between the words. Mary's Fluffgar on Twitch. Scott is the Lazy Idiot. Rachel, I don't think's ever streamed anything ever, but she is. I think
No,
her
I
name.
haven't.
Oh, we
Apart
need
from
to
stuff we
stream like
stream.
a cute wee like video game or something, just like co-op one or something. That'd be cool.
You totally should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it. Stay with us for a few minutes. We'll read some randos.
Oh, yeah.
I think we've got a read. Richard, who are we reading? Are they
Doesn't
still
matter,
on?
they're offline now, so yeah.
Oh.
Do you want to read that guy that I said would read? What's his name? Like, clearly probably a racist or something. Ball Blazer. Ball Blazer
Do
UK.
we really want to do that?
I think we want to just base the fact that his name is Ball Blazer UK. Like, that's a stupid name. We don't have to. You can read anyone you want, but I just thought it'd be quite
Yeah,
funny.
just read anyone. It doesn't really matter that
Yeah.
much.
Let's see.
Oh, yes.
Ball Blazer on yeah, bye! Ball Blazer
Bye,
UK
everyone.
is
Bye.
actually still streaming right now.
There we are.